for
Hey
life.
Ted, thanks for setting us live and then walking away.
Yeah, that's what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to do exactly that.
A countdown screen or something.
We don't have any good art for, we need a good, like, BRB starting soon screen. We got to get that. That's fine.
Right, Ted. We had a good conversation about the next multi-classes I'll be taking.
Your story.
Well, you know.
One story, one level in every single class.
Is your intelligence a 13?
Nope.
So you can't get wizard. That's the only one.
What's your intelligence?
Or barbarian. 11.
Hey.
Remember, me and Copernicus have the same intelligence.
Next
right.
ability score improvement, just put 2 points in intelligence.
That'll give you wizard, and then yeah, you might be out on barb.
But
Possibly.
Bucky, I'll never get another ability score improvement because I have to keep.
That's true. He
Oh,
won't
that's
get
right.
any more.
That's right.
He also has only had one.
Wait, what level ranger are you?
6.
So you need 2 more levels in ranger.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for the subscription, everyone.
Sure.
So welcome. We're live. This is a thing that we do here sometimes, called Princes of the Apocalypse. So obviously you'll see there's a couple of different things. One being the presence of Josh being here, so that's new. And what he is playing, we'll get to in a little bit here. But yeah, welcome. I did want to say thank you to everybody who's been following and subscribing. We have, in the past week, gained over 100 followers here on Twitch and probably about 300 plus on subscribers on YouTube. And we've done a very big push, and it's all due to this giveaway, which I'm going to link here in the chat if you're unfamiliar. Because, guys, you can win yourself a limited edition copy of the Player's Handbook Monster Manual Dungeon Master's Guide, as well as the limited edition DM Screen Reincarnated. These are a very beautiful set done by Hydra74. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel and subscribe and follow on Twitch and YouTube, and that's it. And then you can do a bunch of other stuff like subscribing. If you subscribe on Twitch, which you can do for free with Amazon Prime, get you 10 bonus entries. First prize is that limited edition box set and a set of dice. Second place prize is the regular edition box set and a set of dice. And if we somehow miraculously hit and get like another 800 subscribers on YouTube by the end of this giveaway, which ends not this Friday, but next Friday, which is an unspeakable number to reach, and I don't expect it. But if we do, third place will get a copy of Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. So right now they're just getting dice. You can make them get a book. Also, international people, it goes to all of you. And Canada, I love you. And you too, Quebec, so you can get it as well. Because my giveaway is such a low total that it won't cause any problems with Quebec government. So, have at it, folks. And that is that. I guess
Hey, Ted, share that link one more time for me, please.
I will. I'll put it right here.
I'm running behind on that.
That's fine. And you guys are obviously welcome to enter as well. There's no... I'm not going to put my friends out.
Thanks,
I've been
buddy.
entering a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can also... There's a referral link, so if you refer your friends and they sign up from your link, that's a bonus entry for you. So if you feel really ambitious and you want to just make like 1,000 fake accounts to just keep bumping up your entries, you could do that. I won't stop you from doing it. In fact, I probably won't have any way of knowing. So, there you go. Canada is international shipping. I mean, it's not technically international, but Quebec has their issues with prize giveaways if it hits a certain dollar amount. They have a very strict, you have to go through like a whole process. But that's, I think, if you hit $10,000 or more on your giveaways, which is why, for those of you who are always curious with like Critical Role, they're giving away Wormwood stuff literally every week. So they'll hit that amount pretty quickly. And I'm giving away one thing a year. So, you know, that's how that goes. So we do have two sponsors. I thought I'd get them out of the way. One is Initiative Coffee Company, which I'm the only one who has that coffee. And I forgot to bring it to PAX Unplugged because I'm a jerk. But Josh only lives 2 hours away, so Celeste will never get to taste it. But Josh can just come up to my house and have it. Bucky can too.
A visit, damn it.
That is true. And the other one is Elderwood Academy, guys. They are super awesome friends, and they send they send everybody little hex chests, and you get these hex chest minis, which is like hold super tiny dice. Look at how cute these dice are. Look at this. Look at this. Here's your regular dice. And then look. Here's a regular size D20 on top of that. Look at the size of the dice. Look at that.
I'll just sit here and be jealous because I still don't have one.
Yeah, I know. I forgot to talk to Quentin about it. I'll be honest, Bucky. I'll message him again. I gotta talk to him about other stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, they just started a newsletter for their any customers, so they're showing cool new products. And the video that I'm having that'll be coming out probably after this stream ends, I will be doing. You'll have an interview video that I do with them where they drop exclusives for potential new products coming out in the future. And it's up to you guys to go and comment and tell them on these videos what you want to see. Next up, the one that I'm most excited about, we've got this mini hex chest. They're talking about a mini spell book. That's right. So when I say spell book, I mean this guy that opens up with the portal on the inside, the rolling tray for all your dice. One of these, but mini. I think it's worth it. You should go tell them that it's worth it.
You gotta make them put the Ted loop on it too. So that
I did. Fun fact, I'll also give you this exclusive. We're designing a mascot character that is going to be played by me. That is very Flava Flav inspired, where they're going to put a Ted loop on one of these books so I can wear it on a chain. And they're going to make me sunglasses out of acrylic cut hex chest minis.
That's amazing.
And they're going to make me a crushed velvet jacket out of all of their backer sleeves that the books come in. They're going to sew those together to make me a jacket, and it's going to say original backer across the back.
Sounds like so much work.
It's
I love it.
I brought it up at the bar as a joke, and they just kept going, so we're going to see what happens. But anyway, I'll put links in the chat for Initiative Coffee. You can get $2 off coffee. And I'll put a link for Elderwood Academy. No discounts at the moment, but if you purchase from that, a portion of it goes... That's not the link. This is the link. If you purchase from that link, a portion of it goes back to Nerd Immersion and helps to show Quentin and Dan and the rest of the team that we are serious about our business relationship. And that will help us there. So that is all of that. Okay. PAX Unplugged was this past weekend. You're going to see a lot of... I spent a lot of time with Josh and Celeste, but a lot of other cool people as well. And we're going to have a lot of videos, interviews, and that kind of stuff coming out between now and then. And so be on the lookout for cool interviews with cool people. And we're going to hope to get a review out for you with a whole panel of everybody who was there, kind of in our close group of friends, people who have been there last year and people who were there for the first time. So you can get an experience from veterans and first-time visitors, what they thought, what they would change, that kind of a thing. Whether they'll go back next year, I think the answer is yes, but it's whatever. All right, that's enough rambling of me about things that have already passed. So let's talk about how you guys all just got a charge for each of your characters, including you, Josh. So for those of you who don't know what a charge is something you can use to burn to gain advantage on a roll. Any roll, and you can do it after you've made that roll. You can have an unlimited number of these, and Josh will have to talk because your character is new, but once you hit 10, you can bank these up as many as you want. You can use them as you need them, but if you bank up 10, that allows a character to use an ultimate ability custom crafted for their character that does crazy stuff. Like, for instance, summoning all the guardians of all John's past and allows Vanan to help protect his friends. Or let Igni do her ultimate signature move, which is Dick Stab, and cause a whole bunch of damage, an automatic critical hit, and a bunch of other incapacitation effects. And Ozzy's allows him to alter the elemental spectrum further to cause everybody to be even more defensible by giving them a ridiculous amount of temporary hit points and resistances. Craziness. And we'll have to figure out what Josh's is when we meet Josh's character shortly. So, that's all out of the way. What happened last time on Princess of the Apocalypse? The party was feeling pretty good after ultimately wrecking the final boss of one of the 5 final temples, or 4 final temples rather, of the Princess of the Apocalypse storyline in one round, destroyed her completely, looted her whole place, and then we're like, what are we going to do with all this stuff? Let's think about it. Let's travel around, let's have a lot of conversations, and I don't think I'm skipping anything too important when they decide, let's go back to our friend the Lich, Renwick Caradune, because we've established this NPC is important to us, and he's old, and we could probably get a lot of information out of him. So let's go back there. Let's hunt down Marlos Urnrail, the Mandusa, beneath the Sacred Stone Monastery. And that's pretty much where we ended last time. Did I miss anything of import that you guys think is worth mentioning to the folks out there?
No, because our goal was like, hey, let's go to the next place. And it ended with us somehow just arriving at the next place and not getting anywhere.
You did spend a lot of time in the valley?
Yeah.
Like, walking around and talking to Aarakocra and...
We had that whole encounter with the big vulture thing.
That's right.
We took Davis' spear away from him.
That is right.
So long.
That's right. His aloofness reached new heights with the spear wind vein in his possession.
Yeah.
And the party decided, hey, maybe we should take that away from you. And they fought, we fought giant vultures and gnolls. That's what it was.
Yeah, gnolls.
And
potentially what was once going to be a Super Saiyan gnoll.
Yes, I decided against that because it had literally nothing to do with the storyline. I would only delay things further. Was there to be this gnoll unlocking his latent capabilities?
Hey, but that's a homebrew potential right there.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. We'll have to see what happens when the super gnoll unlocks his secret abilities that was only rumored in tales of all gnolls past.
I know why we went up, because there was a body.
That's right.
A body.
Yeah.
That's right.
And we wanted to investigate the body, and we found out they had been dropping them off the top again.
Yeah. But it was just the one guy, and it was the cultist, and we were like, all right, that's cool.
They were like, we didn't throw all the cultists overboard.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
For those of you who don't know, and about 47 pandas, which is a good number of pandas to have.
That's a great name.
Has said in the chat, if you're unfamiliar, if you use D&D Beyond, which I'm not going to force you in, and we had a lot of long talks about D&D Beyond this weekend with community people from D&D Beyond. Not all the experiences were great. Sometimes we were shitting on it, I'll be honest. But if you have it and you are using it, Twitch now has an overlay extension for D&D Beyond. So if you're live in the Twitch chat, you can mouse over the bottom. There's a little B on the bottom. If you mouse over that, it'll pull up a sidebar, I think on the left-hand side of your screen, that will show all of the characters' character sheets, their health, and if they track that stuff in D&D Beyond, you can watch it go up and down as they go, and you can click on it and see all of their stuff. These guys just put in characters today. Josh's character is not in there yet, but I wouldn't want you to see it anyway, because you don't know who he is.
I literally just finished it too.
All right, perfect. Well, we can add that in, and you guys will just have to refresh. So that's things we can do, and I will be adding in all of their personal items, because obviously everything I homebrewed doesn't exist in D&D Beyond until I put it in there, but it does have homebrew capabilities. So things like Bucky's Colossus ring, Igni's double cloaks that she's rocking, and I think Vanan's armor and all of Lilith's items, as well as all of the pets as well. Those are not in there. All of Bucky or Ozzy's secret Bigby spells that he's learned, like the Universal Gesture and the Steadfast Bee. Very important spells that we'll see what happens. All right. So you guys were resting in... I think. We'll just say you were, because it'll be easier. You guys were resting in the room opposite of Renwick Caradune's laboratory. Renwick Caradune, for those of you new and don't know, is a lich who is the brother of Samalar Caradune, the founder of the Knights of Samalar, Lilith, the Paladins, her whole order that she belongs to, followers of Tyr, makers of justice, and so on. And she found out that he was alive. He was supposedly dead and died in a battle long ago. And it turns out he was a lich, but he's been around for so long, he's sort of transcended the need for battle and fighting. And he's just basically a researcher, and he does research for research's sake. And he likes to learn about things. and his mind was blown, opened up to a whole new capability of magical power when Ozzy, human wizard, lore wizard, elemental spectrum master, opened him up to the idea of casting spells from one type of energy and converting it into another type. He also taught him the magic of combining arcane and divine magic, decaying magic, decaying magic. He taught him all about that. And with that, he had been pulling what little hair he had left out, trying to understand it, with a room that looked like a conspiracy theorist with red string tying all the elements together. And then in their previous trip, Ozzy had helped clear up his research to make it make more sense. And basically everything was going quite well. They decided to come back to say, hey, what's going on? How are you enjoying this whole monastery, which is now yours? And he was like, it's fine. I stay in one room anyway, but it's got a lot of it's spacious. You come visit, and it's the only company that I get. But I don't mind. And you guys go there and you rest, ready to dive down below to seek out the Mandusa, someone who has eluded you from what seems like forever ago.
Since we were simply digging holes.
Since you were simply digging holes, you had high hopes when you had fought Cabo, but Carbo did not lead you to the Mandusa or the other monks that wrecked you guys' shit in the dark when you were sneaking around.
No such thing ever happened.
Then I think we should be
deny
heading
it.
down into them catacombs.
Right, so when you guys wake up in the morning, you'll see that there is a note, and there's no Lilith. Lilith is gone, and Brittany left me 100% in charge of this, so I have to read what she wrote, and then try to figure out exactly how I want to... Okay, alright. So, there's a note from Lilith, and somehow, some way, in that plate mail armor made out of stone, when both elves don't need to sleep, she snuck away in the night. Don't ask me how she did it, because I don't know. And you don't know either.
She could have walked away, and Vanan would have not stopped her.
I just assume it's werewolf magic.
Oh, that's probably it. The call of... That actually would have been a better idea. The call of the wild takes over, and she's pulled off. But apparently she had time to write a note to say something along the lines
I
of...
imagine it's in werewolf.
Bow wow wow. Bow wow wow.
So, yeah, we'll say it's basically like... You see the note, and you all wake up to it, and you're like, well, this is really inopportune timing. We're about to go fight the Mandusa. But you read it, and it says, friends, I hate to leave you at such an inopportune time, but I find myself seeking justice. There's been rumors that I've only just heard about of bandits making their way to the city of Phandalin. And you know that I have ties there from my butler, whose name escapes the DM at the moment.
Oh, fuck.
Anybody?
Winston?
Winston? My butler, Winston. That's totally what I meant to say. Shut up, guys. Anyway, she's very stream of consciousness writing. I must go protect the only family that I have. Although I realize as I say this, it makes it sound like we're not family, and that's really inconsiderate of me. You guys are great, and I love you. And I will return once justice has been served. I should probably have something else written down here. Didn't think this through. Ozzy keeps studying things. You know, radiant magic is... my radiant magic involves killing things. You know, about how that works, whatever.
I imagine that this is a really long letter, and it's like rolled.
Yep.
We're just like unfurling it as we read.
Rolling
It's
through
like
the-
hand scribbled note.
And she's like, well, I'm starting to ramble on now. I should probably get going. Justice awaits. Also, I thought about leaving stuff behind for you because I might not need it. And then I was like, wait a minute, I'm starting justice. I need all of my items. Sorry, guys. And then there's a paw print in ink. And that's the end of the letter. A wolf paw print, to be precise.
Well, that does explain why it's so poorly written. Written after she turned into a werewolf. Poorly written.
Ah!
I don't get it.
Wait a second. Ted,
Yeah.
whatever happened to that bunny?
Oh!
Did
What
we
I'm
leave
asking
the
is,
bunny?
Do I
We
still
gave that to
hear-
the Lich.
You gave it to the Lich. Yeah, the bunny's still here.
Yeah, they gave it to the Lich because he was confused
that's
by
right.
it because it was a rabbit that thought it was a snake.
That's
He
right.
was like,
Yeah,
what the
it's
fuck
now
is
in the hands of the Lich.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Copernicus was going to eat it for dinner.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
Still here. I'm a snake.
I'm a snake.
I'm a snake.
Well,
Well,
my-
you have to cast Speak with Animals to find that out.
No, please don't.
my teacher's gone now. So,
Look, I too was following Lilith.
I've kind of just been walking in the same direction as you guys this whole time, so I'm still good.
well, I mean, we still
Right.
have a purpose.
Killed Mandusa.
Well, yes, that's why we're here. We do have to kill the Mandusa. Should we just do that without Lilith?
Well, we sure can't do it with her.
What words of wisdom from Igni?
I guess we're going to have to do it anyway. So let's just go. I guess.
Okay, we should keep the letter.
Yeah, no,
Can we
I'll
keep the
keep
letter?
it in the bag.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave behind Geonid.
Just leaving all the pets behind?
I'm gonna leave behind Geonid and John.
Oh, man.
Okay.
John, too, huh?
Oh, John is staying? I'm
It's-
gonna take. I'm
It might be
taking mine.
dangerous down there. I don't want to.
That is
So
true.
we don't know
Maybe
this.
Bigby should stay up here.
Mine's coming with me.
Bigby wants
Bigby's a-
Bigby wants to stay. You get the feeling Bigby wants to stay with you.
Okay, I'll keep Bigby with me then. I mean, after all, he is a very powerful wizard,
It's true.
so he can protect himself. It's fine.
Yes. So it seems. So who is not going?
Who stays with the Lich?
John
and Geonid.
John and Geonid. And Geodude is going. The
Geodude
two
is
crickets are going. Copernicus is going.
Yeah, Copernicus is going.
And
Yeah,
then the pseudo dragon and Bigby are going.
Oh yeah, Agony and Bigby.
Agony and Bigby, that's right. Okay.
I guess I'll take John. John can go in my hood.
Like he does.
What is it that you have against the rock? Why just the one?
Nothing. It has hit points, and I don't want it to.
No, that's how it works. If I gave it hit points, now it can't go.
And now
That's
it can die. Now it's a real thing, and not just a joke.
Understand.
all right. So you guys, what's your plan of attack here?
I'm looking at my spells right now and seeing if I need.
Pass without a trace.
Well, we can go sneaky through. What do we know about a regular Dusa? Just a what do we know
Regular
about the
Dusa.
Dusas?
I can use.
You mean a Medusa?
I could use primeval awareness
Is
right
is it-
now. Right. I haven't gotten to use this before, but I can use it for elemental.
Oh, this is good.
So I'll sit down on the floor.
Okay.
Okay.
My dice.
And I am going to do the thing that I can do.
But you're going to describe to me because you know so much about it, right?
I can attune my senses to determine if any of my favorite enemies lurk nearby by spending 1 interrupted minute in concentration. If I were concentrating on a spell, I can see if any favorite enemies are present within 5 miles of me. I can see how many there are, their general direction, distance, and I also can know if like they're in different groups. I just know where they are.
Okay, and this penetrates all like wood and everything. Like it does, and it's just a general awareness. It doesn't have anything to. It's not like detect magic can't go through lead or anything like that.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything like that. It just says within 5 miles. That's as specific as it gets.
Okay, let me give you some feedback then.
All right.
All right. Oh, the book's right here. Hang on.
So I'll know elementals and Duergar.
Okay, that sounds good. Here we go. So you can tell, where are you guys coming from? Up there. All right. That there is 1, 2, 3. You can tell that probably. So you can tell the type, right? Like
Yeah.
All
I
right.
can tell the type and number and their direction and distance.
Okay. So you can tell that there are these new enemies, elementals. Hang on, we'll find out. Because they don't hate that they split them up. Sorry. Nope. Water, fire, earth. Okay, no.
Good band. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah. That's true. Alright, so you can tell that there are 3 gargoyles, which are an elemental creature. You can tell that there are 5 Dwergar. There is this person is a named enemy. There's like a very faint tingle of some sort of earth elementally creature, but it's not an elemental, but it's faint. Like there's traces of that.
Okay.
Nope, that's not one. No. Sorry, just want to make sure I don't. There's a Dow.
Okay.
There are another 2 Dwergar. There is something that I don't think you know what it is, but I'm just gonna call it a Myrmidon. I don't think you know what that is,
No,
but
we
you do know. Okay, you do. So there's an Earth Myrmidon.
Okay. Cool.
I'm not done.
Oh
my god.
There's a lot of yeah. Okay.
There's a Mandusa. No, I'm just kidding. There's not.
Oh,
Not.
there should be.
There should be. Maybe there is. Who knows? Perhaps.
I'm gonna tell you, if Igni gets to the bottom of this temple and there's not a Mandusa, I will kill everyone. I will kill everyone in my path.
You're still in this temple? No, okay. That is it. You didn't sense. You're not really sure what a Mandusa feels like to sense.
Oh.
But perhaps there is some sort of magic hiding said creature from detection, or it's more than 5 miles away.
All right. Well, I'll relay that information. I'll be like, okay, so there's some gargoyles over there and some Duergars over there, and that looks like a Dow over that way, and then there's also a Myrmidon over that way.
Question.
And I was pointing out the directions to Ozzy and
Myrmidons. Are they native to the earth? Are they native to their elemental plane?
Are you asking me, or are you asking?
Yes, I'm asking you.
Okay, I was
If
gonna
I,
say.
or if I have to roll for that. To know.
Let's find out. Because they're sort of like a wonky thing.
Yeah.
So let us see.
Nigga,
Myrmidons.
what is Myrmidon?
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Sure.
It's like a.
That's a 29.
Sure. No, they are not native to this plane, and as a reminder of what they are with that roll anyway. They were free elementals at one point that were bound to this plane by inside ritually created suits of armor. So they're armored elementals. And the armor is sort of the bonding agent that keeps them here. But they are built, and when they're created from in this fashion, they are built and designed to solely serve their creator. So if they were to be destroyed, they would be sent back. Banishment would be another thing. And they're significantly stronger than your average run-of-the-mill elemental of the given element type.
So that.
So we have to go through all these things, and we do not even know if there's Mandusa on the other side.
Well, we have to go into the cult first to see what's going on inside.
Right.
Yeah, we should open the door.
I mean, we did destroy the air cult.
That's true.
If they question us, we can say, hey, we did this for you. And then maybe they'll be nice to us. And then we can get in, find the Mandusa, and stab.
From what I've read about these guys, yeah.
Even though this would be history repeating itself because we tried that the last time we came here.
Yeah.
And we tried that, and they were like, great. And then they told us to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a bad idea. So maybe we should just kill
I
them.
remember them having Ogrugs. Remember that? Orogs?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
I remember them having Orogs.
Yeah.
They weren't too friendly.
Nope.
Or open conversation.
No.
So
Orogs and Oga.
let's keep our wits about it.
Okay, should we? Okay, so he points it out. So one direction there are gargoyles, one direction there are Durgar. There's this Myrmidon, which is an armored elemental. Those are our three choices.
Well, yeah, and again, remember that this is you're above ground, and you're just getting like a ping in distance. So it might be like this is a mile away. But you don't know, like, if it's a mile this way, or, like, how the underground structure that you're going to go into is.
Okay. Well,
so, and, like, if this structure goes, like, is tiered vertically, like, the last temple you were in was relatively one level, with the exception of that central building. This one, possibly, depending on how it goes, it may be, like, it might be tower, right? It might be one on top of another, and it's just the levels,
Well, tally forth, gentlemen.
Tally forth.
All right, so you guys begin making your way to where you remember the door to be in the basement. And with that, I'm going to pause you there, because I don't want to wait too long in introducing Josh. And Josh.
Yes.
So, this is a little tricky, but let's come up with the reason why your character would be here. This is what happens when you make this decision minutes before the stream.
Yep. But you know what? We'll figure it out.
Right. So your character has come a long way to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I can tell you a couple of things that have been going on, and you tell me if any of this makes sense, and we'll go from there.
Sure.
So things that have been happening in the Sword Coast. The Sword Coast is not a great place to be nowadays, right? There's rampant dragon attacks all up and down the Sword Coast, all from Icewind Dale all the way down to the Anarok Desert and things like that. There was a random like sleeping sickness that happened in the town of Scornabel very recently.
I wouldn't have minded that, but okay.
Then there's also been, it seems that there's just like a turbulent energy that's about the Sword Coast. Elements have been, there's been elemental storms, if you will, right? Increased earthquakes, tornadoes, rainstorms, lightning, kind of all pocketed all around. And I guess the rumor has gotten out that there's been a rise of cults, several cults, whole cults abound in the Sword Coast. The cult of the dragon, the cult of the crushing wave, the cult of the, howling hatred, and all these different cults, themes on elements, one all about dragons. Really, you need cult busters is really what you need to just wipe all of these cults out. And that's kind of been some things that may have made their way to where you were and may have drawn your attention, possibly. It doesn't, it seems like it's definitely a good way to test your skill against things. You're right, you're talking about literally the forces of nature rising up to beat down the people of the Sword Coast, and people are defenseless, and then, someone needs to deal with this. And there's been rumors of a group doing this, but then there's also rumors of possible involvement of strange thieves guilds as well. Things are there's renowned building, but it's kind of scattered.
Okay.
There's been some weird stuff happening in Waterdeep. There's been some new buildings being erected, a new orphanage coming together, things of bands being stolen and then brought back. Recently on your trip north, which you guys will see, I guess you would have seen late last night, and you would have seen on your travels this way. For a moment, the skies went dark, completely black. I think we talked about this last time, but if not, I'll do it again. Skies went totally black. And a beam of light arose from the city of Waterdeep into the sky. And a massive serpentine dragon appeared in the sky for a very brief moment. And you guys were all too far away to hear, but there was rumblings of the voice of this dragon before it disappeared in a flash of light, and a small beam of light shot up into the sky and then shot off in 7 different directions. And you guys all witnessed that happen kind of late last night while you were hanging out in the Lich's house. And something happened in the city of Waterdeep. You can thank...
Bucky's having a hard time.
You can thank Che Jr., or Che, a.k.a. Chad, the CEO of a homebrew coffee shop, for that. Because that happened.
Into the world.
I can't deal with this.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you guys figure out what that is, there are 7 Dragon Balls to be found across the Faerun. Chad found all 7 and made his wish to become the CEO of a coffee shop.
I was about to say, I feel like Princess Penelope Periwinkle has a new adventure.
She was there. She watched it happen.
Well,
she was tending bar when Chad wished himself into CEOdom and made a snake the CFO.
That's amazing.
So this is Saiyan Princes of the Apocalypse now?
Okay. I like it.
No.
I like it a lot.
We can't head down this road, guys.
I'm just saying.
If your character does not have spiky hair, you can't fit in.
All right, so that happened. I mean, we've also got a weird X-Men thing going on here. Just gonna have Lilith leave behind her Cyclops glasses, but she always forgets she has them, so I'm gonna say she didn't. Initiative Coffee is the supplier for Homebrew Coffee Shop. That's how that ties in. I'll be on the lookout for a Homebrew Coffee Shop Instagram account starting soon, which I'm making to promote next year's Extra Life. Yeah, well, we established that Illusiogram is a thing in Faerun because that's how they've made the viral marketing campaign. That's also how they found a cleric, hashtag or need a cleric at Homebrew Coffee Shop stat, hashtag Minter Miracles, hashtag Lattes Lattes, hashtag Peppermint everything, and then a cleric showed up to heal the child that was murdered. It's a long story. You should watch the Extra Life stream. It's ridiculous.
I was about to say, I gotta catch up now.
I actually have started editing it, so that those episodes will be coming out this week, concise with all the other shit removed. Anyway, you see all of this nonsense happening, Josh. So clearly things are amiss in the Sword Coast, and we'll say that for convenience, you in your travels have heard that there was a great evil at this monastery, which was once a dwarven stronghold and a prize, almost a jewel of the dwarven territory on the surface at one point in time, and was taken over by a cult. There was rumors of a lich, and a group of adventurers just murdered everything inside. And however, that hasn't stopped. Allegedly murdered everything inside, and that has not put a stop to all of the cultist activity in the area, because the secret hotbed is underground. You're very well informed. I don't know who your contact is, but they're very informed.
I would say I do, and I will let you know off stream.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. But more importantly, somehow you find yourself outside the Sacred Stone Monastery because of reasons. And yes, so you can see out front there are two great stone doors. Which when you guys come in? Where do you guys come in to this?
The back door.
We came in the back.
We did.
Okay, so you see that the doors are shut, but you don't see anybody outside at all because you brought the bodies into the lich. So there's nobody outside. It's kind of windswept and sort of deserty, kind of think like Gerudo Desert from Ocarina of Time. Kind of that's the vibe you're getting here.
I gotcha.
You see a winged cat on the roof, and then it's gone.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so
yeah, if I heard that all this was going on and nature has been kind of out of balance for a bit, that doesn't really settle with me very well.
Okay.
My contact, which we will get into later, just so you can okay it.
Sure. I'm sure
let me know.
Yep.
Would have let me know that a lot of this is originating from the Sword Coast, and to head there. And by walking around, I've heard about these adventurers, and I've been tracking them because maybe they are causing this. I'm not sure. But if this disaster is following them,
it seems to be.
I need to find them to sort that out, and either sort them out or help them sort out the situation in a good way. So if I'm outside, I am looking around, looking for tracks, looking for any sign of where they went, because apparently their tracks have gone cold.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a survival check while you're out here.
Can't go find nothing.
That's a whole 10.
A whole 10.
A whole 10.
Well, see, Davis, you say he ain't gonna find nothing. You guys are very brazen about how you're like, we're just gonna go see the lich. Let's just go. I don't imagine you're like, let's go see the lich. Let's hide all of our tracks as we go. Like, it's like our friend is a lich. What are they gonna do to us? Like,
that is true. We do have a friend lich, maybe.
Yeah, no, I didn't really. No.
Sure.
All right. So yeah, surprisingly, there is you see a couple sets of tracks. You see one of them is going backwards, which is weird. Or is hers? They don't leave any footprints. Igni's boots, right?
Yeah.
Igni's boots don't.
Then do yours have a weird thing with them? I forget. Does Vanan's do something funky or no?
I don't leave.
He's got boots with
spider climb.
Oh, all right, yeah.
I got
the
spider
slippers.
But Van doesn't leave.
Right. Okay. So you can see with your 10, what looks like a set of deer prints, like deer, like hoof prints in the earth, and they're pretty deep set, as though this deer is carrying something significantly heavy, but they don't seem... Actually, you got a 10. But anyway, so there's deer prints deeply set. There are like a humanoid size print. And then there is another set of prints, but they are like... The humanoid prints look like they maybe are like a travel shoe, maybe a boot. And then the other ones are like, it's very weird. It's like it's got little like pips on the bottom, and it seems like it's very like no, like a slipper. Like a slipper has stepped in the sand, which is weird. Why would you be traveling in slippers?
Well, there's a lot of weird things going on.
Actually, no. The humanoid prince would have been horse hooves.
Oh, that's right. Oh, right. Okay, yes. There are, so there's no humanoid prints. There's slipper prints, there's hoof prints, and there are deer prints. And then, like, eventually you see, like, the deer prints continue kind of around the back, and they all sort of lead around the back of this place.
So I look at the other prints. I know what they are. The slippers, though, I'm not really quite sure what that is. So I hunch down. I look at it. I smell it, and I go, "This is interesting. I do not know what is with them."
Somewhere a voice says, "Neither do I."
Whoa!
As if from God, a voice says, "I don't get it either."
That is. Hello?
No response.
I must be on my guard. And I pick myself back up and I start walking carefully with a, nothing really in my hands yet. It's just more of a readied phase, but I am walking with some stealth to follow the tracks.
Would you like to make a stealth check then?
I sure will.
Then let's do
that is a 19.
Okay, so pretty good. So you're just gonna go around basically following the prince, or are you gonna try to like go off or climb up the building, or what's your plan?
I'm going to follow the prince, but try to hug the walls and skirt around different objects while keeping my eyes out to see if there's anything that the tracks lead to while I'm going.
Okay. Yeah, so you follow along and you can kind of see that they lead like the canyon walls kind of come in, like, and the front entrance that's kind of wide, and the canyon walls sort of tighten in around it, and you kind of weave along the side, and you can see they kind of go up into an area where it is metal, like wrought iron gates, and it's sort of like a garden that is been completely neglected. Like the plants are pretty much dead in here, as if for about a month no one has tended to these plants, and the windswept nature of the area has let them fall into wilting and disarray.
Okay. I think that's where I'd be. I didn't know that was a thing.
I mean...
Yeah, that's how we entered.
That's how you enter every
time. Remember we fought those gargoyles and first time we came through.
Yep.
I thought it was like more lush, though. I thought they were live flowers.
They were. You guys have been gone for a month, and there's just the lich.
And we killed all the cultists.
And you killed all the cultists to keep track of it, so it's just the lich.
I would have made some flowers as I went in.
Okay, so
there's some alive flowers and
all right, yes. So as though strange to alter how weird this scenario is, it is a bunch of dead plants, and you can see that they are like crops, right? Like there's some flowers, but like, you know, carrots, and there's like a tomato vine that's really wilted, and, you know, a couple different kind of things that could survive in this area, but to provide you fresh produce, dead flowers, and then like a stream as though walking of living flowers leading into this back door. What kind of flowers, Vanan, did you make?
It's like those same purple and black ones I'd been making before.
So purple and black flowers leading inside. They stand out completely, and you can see that this gate is open, and as basically at the gate, the hoof prints of the horse disappear, and then is replaced with a set of human prints, but the deer tracks continue.
I want a horse print now.
Horse print, yes, a horse hoof print. It's like when never mind. It's fine.
Yeah, I was good until I saw John just die.
Yes. It's a horse hoof print. Horse print,
so
if you will.
I'm going to continue to follow, and I noticed the flower change, and me being more of a wandering type, and notice that, you know, this is strange, and whatever is walking this way is changing nature as it is. So, but one good sign is it's not the opposite The fact that it's all dead and then there's life leading there instead of all life and dead tracks. This is better. So I'm going to travel in that direction, continuing with stealth.
All right, so you see as you kind of enter into this garden that it leads to a door. There's a door there. There's a couple other entrances off of this kind of garden, but this door is where this trail of flowers leads.
I'm going to go to the door and inspect it, put my ear against it, see if there's any sound or visibility of traps or something.
Okay, make me a perception check.
13.
Okay. It's not. It's a solid metal door or a stone door in this. It's pretty good, but even though your perception roll is so low, it's not.
Ted. Appreciate that.
It's not hard to hear a voice carry through this door, as this voice is to some a source of comfort, and to others just grates on every fiber of their being. And you hear something that sounds like, well, go below and deal with your Mandusa. Good luck. I'll be here if you need a place to sleep. Where's your friend? She left.
Oh, she left this morning. She had some things to tend to in the form of justice.
It's true. She'll be back. It's fine. She probably come to you first. If she does, tell her we said we would like to see her again, please.
Well, she's crazy, but I like her a lot, and she's made me, feel like some friendship.
I mean, she's a werewolf now, so
that is crazy parties. Werewolves. I told you, Clyde will be very jealous. I have a werewolf friend.
And an elf friend.
All right. Well, we'll be off then.
Yes.
We'll be heading downstairs.
And you can't hear the other voices are kind of muffled, but this one voice, it just carries so well.
So unlike you, Ted,
yes,
I won't walk in.
Fair. For those of you who don't know Josh loves puns a lot.
Yep.
In his delivery, this one a little forced, but that's fine. His delivery is often quite subtle. So anytime you see Josh, just expect puns. That's just how we're dealing with this.
Yep.
I had practiced with a Dunkelman all weekend, man. My puns are just up there.
Yes. So.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
What was it?
No.
So we go now.
Yes, we can head downstairs. We can go.
Okay.
Let's go.
You know how sometimes you get that feeling that you might be
What's the
walking
feeling?
into a trap?
Well, we know where all the people are. Maybe.
Well, you know where all of the people that you can search for are.
Yeah.
It's true. Well, there could be so many more people. It
That's
could
true.
be.
I've never stopped us before.
We're not going to be doing very good just sitting up here, so we might as well just head downstairs.
I mean, I'm doing great sitting up here with my life.
Well, yeah, but we have to get to the cult somehow, right?
Oh, I thought we killed the cult. Are they more?
There's 4 of them.
Oh, it's right. Okay, yes, we only did
There's
one.
the element. We did the air one. This is earth, and then the fire one and the water one. Remember the water one when we walked in and everyone was dead?
Come on, Digny.
Seems that somebody got there first.
Let's go.
Do I hear any of that by chance?
You hear there's definitely the exchange of 4 other voices, distinct voices, but they are not speaking in an overly overt, loud tone, which seems to be just the talking voice of this other person.
So after that's said, myself from the outside goes, I wonder if those are the people that went to all those cults and found people to die.
It's a goddamn fucking mystery.
Who did it?
Dramatic irony.
I was just gonna turn into Clue now. I love Clue.
So
All right then.
you
Yeah,
know,
it's
I'm just a smidge nervous. I guess it seems like a big deal. We
I
do
know, we
not
don't
even know
have-
how far down it goes.
Don't worry, Igni, I
That's
can
true.
protect you.
Oh,
We don't have
Dank,
a
I do
Lilith,
not
but-
need you to protect me.
No, I know.
Okay. Here,
Copernicus,
Let's go.
let's go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
let us do it.
All right. So you guys begin to make your way to where you know the downstairs is, where there was the kind of the dungeon area where you saw the large door. We'll also say that if Lilith was Lilith carrying one of the elemental items? Because if she was, we'll say she left that behind.
It was.
Probably.
I think I had most of them.
I think you did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the feather, which was on me, the fire flower, which I had, the ice, which is in my bag of holding, and then what was the earth?
Oh,
one?
the one that Vanan has, the little petrified.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I'll get
Right.
the
Hi.
That one.
I'm glad that nobody trusts Igni with the trinkets.
Glad that no one trusted Lilith with them too. So you hear now, Josh, from the outside, you hear the lack of these other voices. They seem to trail off and have left, and now there is relative silence, with the exception of like noises of vials clanking and bubbling, and the occasional internalized like, "Well, now I'm alone again with my research. It's fine. Gonna write Clyde. Gonna be jealous."
So hearing the lack of voices, I'm going to quickly pop my claws
Mm-hmm.
and tap on the door.
And you hear, wow, new friends, maybe old friends. Clyde, is that you?
I don't respond.
Yeah, thank you.
Did
And
we
he
hear
goes,
the witch doing this?
you guys can make perception checks.
Okay. Very much like to do that.
17.
12.
Nope.
All right, Vanan, you hear the Lich talking in an elevated voice. You didn't hear him talking about writing Clyde because that was more quiet.
Yeah.
But you hear him saying, "Hello? Who's there? Is that Clyde?"
Hey guys, I think we need to spend more time with our lich.
What? Why?
What do you mean?
He's
Mr.
saying
Idiot?
he's talking like we're still there, but we're not.
Well, I mean, he's alone most of the time. I assume he talked to himself.
Oh yeah, he's old too.
Always?
It's just that it's senile.
Is that okay? Cool.
I
so
mean,
it's
I'm a
cool-
wizard, and
cool
as
to
a
talk
fellow wizard, we talk to ourselves when we go through incantations and things. But I mean,
I
I
mean,
mean,
we
if you think
could
we should go
look.
back, we can go
He is
back.
right there. I
Mhm.
like walk over and peek my head around the corner and go, "Who are you talking to?"
And he says, "There's a knock at the door." And he points to the door that leads out into the garden.
Did
then-
you ask who it was?
Well, no, I just was wondering. No, of course I knocked at the door and asked. Crazy drow
You
lady.
always ask who is at door.
No, well. But my attempts at humor are lost.
There's a second door,
Taps-
right?
He just tapped on the door again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because there's a door to the Lich's room, and then there's another door that
You have to go
goes-
down and out the hallway to the other side, but yes, there is.
Okay.
But he's knocking at the Lich's door.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna walk over to the lich's door because
Okay.
he just tapped on it again.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe then we should ask who it is. Just ask who's on the.
Hold on, I know how to deal with doors that knock.
Ask.
I
who
go up to the
it
door
is.
Uh-huh.
and I knock twice.
Here we go.
You hear 2 knocks on the door from the outside. Or from the inside.
I'm gonna walk over to the other door.
Okay.
My eyebrow goes up in a like. I wasn't expecting that, but at the same time, hearing what I was hearing, maybe I did.
Okay.
So maybe it's a secret knock.
Okay.
So I'm going to inner reflect think about it for about 7-ish seconds, I'm going to tap.
Okay, you hear some knocks. As
gonna-
Ozzy's making his way around.
I'm gonna message to Ozzy. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, do you know any secret knocks?"
Just give me a second. I'm about to open the door. I'm
All
gonna
right.
go open the door.
I go. Oh.
Wait, no, Ozzy. What if that's not the correct?
You're going around to open the other side door?
Yeah, the one we originally walked through, not the Lich's door.
Okay. Yeah, because you knew the Lich's door had an arcane lock on it last time.
Yeah.
Door I was at.
All right.
I would be like, "All right,
So
I'm gonna try and think of a secret knock I know."
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna knock 3 times in
Yep.
quick succession, and then twice, but spaced out.
Okay. So you hear these knocks as you also hear a door open elsewhere, one of the other doors in the garden area open.
Okay, I perk up. I think to myself and go, I don't know this one.
And Ozzy, you open into the garden. And Josh, why don't you describe to him what he sees pondering by the Lich door?
So what you see is a 7-foot 3-inch tall Tabaxi that looks like a calico cat.
Wow.
There's a lot of orange and white, and he's wearing a backpack on his back with a bare chest, more like a cat chest, honestly, but a bare chest with his fuzz going on down.
Thought I said it was a cat.
I did. It's,
Okay.
it's I know it's barely a pun, but on the bottom he's wearing kind of loose cloth pants. He has javelins in it, like sheathed in his back, and what looks to be a large, what may have been part of like a fishing pole or something of the sort, but it has been changed and manipulated to look more like a flail. And that is on his back as well. And he is standing there knocking on the door and contemplating. And it doesn't look like he really is looking around at anywhere else, but he's concentrating on the door. But after a second, he just shakes his head and goes, I don't know this knock. I just would like to talk to you if you do.
I don't know the knock either.
You hear from the inside of the door.
Hello.
Christ.
Oh, whoa. And I turn around and I see Ozzy, right?
Yes, you do.
Hello.
Hello. I expected this door to open.
I open the door.
I wouldn't.
The other door opens next to you.
Never mind.
You see also, Vanan, this 7-foot tall calico cat man, and then also Ozzy across the way from you.
Cat. Ozzy. Ozzy, do you know this
You
cat?
can't just call him a cat. Hello.
I round the car. I go, Vanan, you can have no more pets. None. Look how many we have. We're having to leave them behind.
This is
I
not
know.
Copernicus.
And Igni, you also see this 7-foot tall calico cat man.
I sure hope so. That's what I'm talking about. You cannot keep it.
It's not mine.
No. No.
I think this is Ozzy brought it.
No.
Ozzy brought the kitty cat.
Ozzy's coming up with secret knocks and telling these people they're not. I don't know the secret knock.
Hello, sir.
You see that there's like a twitch going on with him at the moment. And breathing in. I am no cat. Thank you very much. I will very much appreciate if you do not say anything of the sort.
It speaks.
Yes, it's a Tabaxi, not a cat.
Speaks.
Oh. I know what those are. Hello. Hello.
Now, are you as rude as your friends over here, or are you just straight murderers?
We don't murder things.
I like to play in the woods.
That's fantastic. But I followed you here from quite a scene. And despite the tracks that I found, there's nothing else that says that. Yeah, you just must be the people I'm looking for.
Wait, what scene? Where were you?
Oh, I was at a temple a while back, and it seemed a whole bunch of people were dead.
Which one?
Wait. Yes, which one?
Which one is a very curious question.
I have a question for you.
I think you should both stop talking.
A water? Was there like a river and like a fortress? Was it really grotesque?
Ted, was it?
Well, if you went to that temple, yes, it was. But that, we'll just say your contact, as we've described, is quite well informed. So, were you to head to this water-based one? Yeah, it's just a shit show, and it's terrifying and horrifying. There's no blood. People are posed in weird positions. There was a great area that had a great fire, and then a bunch of fog, and that dissipated, and there's a bunch of dead bodies there.
I'll do the water one. The water one sounds good.
And there was also the air temple where they murdered a whole bunch of people as well. It's just a lot of dead bodies that follow these guys.
There's a lot of dead bodies that follow you guys.
A lot of dick stabbing too.
A lot of temple place was not us.
Well,
the water one was not us.
That was not
right.
us.
You just have to dig them.
Okay. Hold on.
Yes, explaining yourself would be great because whatever is following you or whatever you are chasing is doing some damage to the area.
So you're following us.
Yes.
Why?
That is my business now. I am here to question you.
Well, no, technically you stepped in on our business, so it's our business too.
Your
I'm
business
gonna cast
on the
Speak
world.
with Animals, and I'm gonna whisper to Copernicus. I'm like, what do you think about this guy?
I thought you were going to use Speak with Animals to talk to me.
I thought so too.
No.
That would have been brilliant.
He starts meowing at you. Meow.
So from what okay, I think there's some sort of a weird misunderstanding here. Hello. My name is Ozzy, Austrian Windmore. What's your name?
My name is Post, Scratching Post.
Okay. So Ozzy tries very hard to keep it in and says, well,
Ozzy, you okay? You're turning red.
I think there's a misunderstanding. And we should probably talk about this.
Yes,
Mr. Post.
Indy is laughing so hard. Oh my god.
I'm meowing to Copernicus.
And Copernicus is just like,
So
I don't know, man. I could take him though. I'd totally take him.
So, before we start making accusations, doing all things, why don't you come in and we can talk? Nothing in here is going to hurt you. We're not going to hurt you.
There is a leech, though. You should know. Our
Don't
friend.
worry about him. He is our friend. He's fine. Nothing bad's going to happen.
God,
you have a friend.
Andy, step into this room with a lich.
He's not going to
promise.
do anything as long as you don't attack him or bother him. He's fine.
He just likes to read the books.
Lich is. I start backing up. What do you mean, lich?
We could go the other way.
We can go the other way. We're going down to the basement anyway.
Just come in through this side. Don't go in through that door. Come in over this way.
Come with.
And we
How
can
are
talk.
you at digging holes? We recently lost our hole.
No,
Is this another dig?
no.
We don't need anyone to dig any holes. Not
Wait,
right now.
no, we are good at digging. Our
That's
holes.
good because then I would just pick up a shovel and do it like a person.
Well, yeah, that's,
Well, I
that's
would
what
sure
you,
hope
that's how
so.
you dig a hole. How else would
Well,
you dig a hole? Anyway, no. Let's come on in. Let's talk.
Are you guys going in the door, Renwick's door, or the other door?
No, Iggy pushes everybody around to the opposite side. I think the lich is just.
And
too
he's
much.
like, "Wow, hello, oh no, yes, don't
But
get to
we'll
me."
be back.
Okay, wow, no new guests, Renwick.
Now, I know obviously that they're not bullshitting me, but Post doesn't know that.
No.
So would I be able to make an insight check to see how I'm feeling about the situation?
Yeah,
Whose face do you look at?
yeah, that is a. You can definitely do that. What answer you'll get, it'll be tricky because they're very strange.
I was gonna say I would deceive the shit out of it. If I have to roll the deception, I will.
All right. Well,
I would say I'm looking at Ozzy because he's the only person who hasn't met me with strange comments.
True story.
Fair.
Yes. Oh, hello, natural one.
Oh.
You feel like, well, one, even though you rolled a natural one, you feel like your insight of choice of who to judge, probably the best one to pick out of the 3 options you have.
Yeah,
Even with that
yes,
one. But yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. Although, you know, at the same time, the other 2, the one is just accused, like, what, a cat can talk. This other guy's meowing at a winged cat and, like, looking at you and meowing at the other cat and looking at you. And then the other one's like, oh my god, what is wrong with these people? Please come inside. So, how you feel about the situation, I feel like, is pretty much how you feel about the situation.
Yeah.
It's a little messed up. People are insensitive to your race.
Yeah, I would say that with the natural one, I'm just supremely on guard. I don't trust you. And with that, my claws are consistently out, and I'm trying to show an intimidating presence.
Oh. Are you in fact intimidating? Or are you just cute?
Yeah. Can I?
Was that in character?
Can I insight this?
This Catman? See how this...
Yeah, I want to know, like, are you actually intimidating? Because, I mean...
Yeah, like, if you're doing that.
I look like I'm going to wreck shit.
Yeah, so what's... I'll tell you what. Because it seems like the way you're kind of dealing with these intimidations is obviously probably not a charisma-based intimidation. It seems like it's more a physicality.
Oh,
so
I
you can
see.
use...
Okay.
You can use... I tell you what. So, are you proficient in intimidation?
I am.
So tell me what intimidation plus strength is, and we'll make a passive intimidation check. So that number plus 10.
That number. All right. So intimidation plus my strength score.
Yeah, proficiency plus strength modifier. Proficiency
that would be a
plus.
+7.
So a 17.
Yep.
So basically, what's your guys' passive insight, which would be your insight modifier plus 10?
An 11.
15.
Yeah, dude's fucking intimidating. Like, he may be a calico cat, but, like, you feel like if you... Like, cats can be scrappy. You know this. Scoo might fuck up your day if you push him off. But there's 3 of you and 1 of him, so really...
Yeah, I can't...
And you have a lich friend in the other room, so, you know, it's...
I'm, like, sizing it up. I'm sizing this scary cat. Catanoid up, and...
Catanoid.
I...
Yeah.
Just took me a second. And I do you always walk around with your claws out?
I do when I feel threatened.
Oh, did we threaten you? I'm so sorry.
I do not know you. I just met you, and so far I've been met with not necessarily hostility, but questionable behavior, and you uttered the word lich. So don't blame me for being a little on guard.
I do not blame. We do not blame.
Well, that's why I want you all to come inside so we could just talk like...
Oh, I thought we did
people.
come inside.
Well, like, just come on in.
Is it a nice day out right now, Ted?
Yeah, it's a pretty good day out.
If you do not mind, since I feel a little surrounded here into a place which you are familiar, can we just sit in this nice weather around these very nice flowers that are just immediately here and just talk here?
Oh, yeah. Do you guys want more? And then I'll raise my hand, and there's like a flurry of flowers.
I was going to say, Iggy, make sure her mask is on. If we're going to say
yeah, so you see this elf...
drow.
Well, you see this drow with a mask.
I am no elf.
You see this drow with a mask. You see Ozzy, who's just like a normal dude. And you see this other elf, you know, pedal dancing over here, you know, using pedal dance as flowers just begin to fly everywhere.
With a shield and a spear.
With a shield and a spear, there's petals. It doesn't make any sense. But
so you were the one to bring life to these dead flowers.
Oh, yeah. Me and my buddy, John. And then like little...
You watch as a little strange ball of vines with eyes. Again, if you haven't watched the stream, think Tangela without the feet. Just kind of like comes out and starts dancing the pedal dance with Vanan.
I put my claws back I sit on the ground, very like a monk would in training kind of a deal, like the cross leg kind of deal. And I just kind of nod and go, "You're a strange folk, and I believe I will just have to get used to that. Now let's talk."
Yes, let's talk. Let's do that.
Ozzy, I did it.
I see you did. Great. Vanan, let's talk. Let's sit and talk with this man. Who's
Okay.
come to see us, obviously.
So
And
you
we
you
can
have
find out
tracked
what's
us since for how long?
It's been a while.
Yeah, wait.
I don't know time frame wise, so fill in blank of X.
Of X.
So-
Like, has he been tracking us this whole time, Ted, or has he only been tracking us like part of the time?
Well, you tell me how long ago. I mean, they've been
Relatively
doing
recently. I think I would have gotten to the Sword Coast maybe, I don't know your time frame, but maybe 2 weeks ago.
Okay,
Oh, okay,
so
so
yeah, so they've. I mean, granted, in 2 weeks they've killed a lot of people. So
They sure did.
yeah, I mean, they traveled all over the place. They went up north and dealt with a barbarian tribe and some gnome families that were in a false cult.
that's
They,
true. we did.
lots of
So
stuff.
let's say I got to the Sword Coast 2 weeks ago, and I found their trail about 6 days ago.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot to track in 6 days.
Okay.
Okay, so
When-
you've been following us for 6 days.
Yes.
What information do you have about us? And why in particular us?
It was not you in particular. It was what was happening with you and what's happening with the Sword Coast. And it seems that this trail of bodies and cults seems to follow you, or the other way around. I would like to get to the bottom of that.
Well,
I can answer that question. We've been
That would
going
be
to the
wonderful.
cults and killing everybody except for the water cult. That shit was grotesque. We had no
So,
part in that.
what we have come to understand is that there is an elemental imbalance in the world currently.
Yes, there certainly
We
is.
do believe it has something to do with these cults. There has been a rise of cultists that worship different elements, and they are doing very nefarious, not good things. We, us three, and once formerly a friend of ours who recently left, have been trying to eradicate them and remove them from the world to stop this elemental imbalance.
This is why I stay in Cholt. No one is this crazy. Nothing bad ever happens.
oh, Chult. No
You're from
wonder.
Chult?
I've never seen the Chult.
Oh man, that's where they make coffee. That stuff's the best.
Oh, that's why I also never had the coffee.
You know that is true.
It's an import
Yes.
from Chult, yes.
Yes, the Cholton beans. Yes,
Good
they
job.
Oh,
make great
well,
coffee.
they are
Yes.
I grew up underground.
great. Okay,
So this is yes.
it's true. We kill a lot of people.
But these people are bad from what I'm hearing. You're
Yes.
hunting these down
Yes.
to help fix the world.
These people
Mhm.
have been hurting
Ah!
populations. They've been hurting people and doing things that we do not necessarily agree with.
I,
God,
I think we all
started
have
out-
our reasons for doing the things. Really.
So what you're doing would end up having that result.
We started out in different ways and we have different reasons for doing what we do, but overall we are trying to eradicate these cults. That is our goal.
And we thought we had, but new information and trinkets and things have led us to believe that there is more. So
Yes.
we have backtracked to each of them to find that they each have a special dungeon, or what do you call it? Temple.
We've gone to 4 different areas, each representing a different element. We've gone to an air cult first, and we eliminated the cultists there. We then came here to this cult, which was it followed Earth, and while we were here, went down a long staircase and found a large door that had these symbols on it, these 4 symbols on it, and only 1 or 2 of them lit up.
So this was a cult, and there is a lich inside, and he is your friend. I am confused on that.
So
part.
that's the thing.
Those
The
parts
lich-
are not connected.
Right. The Lich, I believe, was here first, and the cult came in here and decided to leave him alone. The Lich doesn't want anything to do with anybody outside of his room, really.
Do you
He's-
know who
wants
Knights
to
of
do his-
Samalar are?
Yes.
Who? Sorry,
The
The
Knights of Samalar.
no.
Okay, well, they are knights, you see. And in fact, this lich, once when he was not lich, was kind of their leader.
He was the brother of the
He
leader.
was the brother of the leader.
Okay.
So, needless to say, supposedly the brother's body was supposed to come back and rest here, but it did not, in fact, do that. And he is just lich, and he does things, and we just let him do it because he doesn't really hurt anyone.
Believe me, I am not a big fan of undead. I do not like undead things. I believe
is
that
a
they
good
should
start.
be eradicated. But he has been very helpful. He is not like what I have been told liches were like. I've told that they are powerful and hungry for more power. He seems to just want to do research and learn.
It seems that in his old age, he has turned his lust for power to lust for knowledge.
From my understanding, knowledge is power.
Well, then there you
used
go.
in an incorrect way, then it can be. But he doesn't really want to use the power for anything. It seems he just wants to have the knowledge.
Plus, I'm going to be really honest with you. Even if we wanted to do something about the leech, Igni is not all for that, you know. So I
Yeah, but
say
you
we
try
go
to
with the
find lich today?
Mandusa.
Yes, he's pretty powerful. But so we came back here, and we've gone to all these different cults. We went to the water cult next. We found out when we got there, all of the cultists were already killed by someone else. We don't really know what happened there, but
No clue.
whatever. We just left, and then we went to a fire temple, and we wiped out the cultists there.
Yeah.
But we then
so-
discovered afterwards that at each of these different places, there was a door that led to somewhere else. And we just came from the Feathergas Spire, where the air cult was, and we eradicated them, found the door, and realized that there was a cult even deeper within their stronghold. And
Cult within cult.
right, and then we eradicated them.
So basically,
That's
we
all right.
know that there at each one of these are going to be more cultists. So basically, we did not do our jobs very well first time around, so we're trying again.
Right.
Well, honesty is good, and it seems from the sound of it that there's more people than just you trying to fix things. This is good.
Possibly.
Okay. I am calmer now.
Yeah.
I
This is good.
expected a
See what
fight.
the truth does?
A fight? We
I
did not want to fight you. I mean, you don't
Oh, we
want to
didn't.
fight me, but
I'm gonna give him a flower crown like everybody else.
Oh.
While we've been talking, I've been making a flower crown. Oh, I'll give one to
So,
him.
What color are these flowers?
They're like black and then purple on the inside.
I think that works with my fur color very well. I take it graciously and I put it right on my head, and I look at you and I grin, and there's this big toothy smile.
And you see, I also have one on.
Thank you very much. I called your name, Ozzy. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I
yes.
am
I
Ozzy.
did not. I did
No,
not.
you are
catch-
not Ozzy. I am Ozzy. That is Vanan.
Oh, Vanan always messing around.
Hello, Vanan, and you are
Oh, I am Igni.
Igni. Okay. And if everyone did hear my name before, I saw you laughing. We will ignore that.
How did you like us to call you?
Post is fine.
Post. Okay. That's
Post.
Yes.
Post. Okay, so
I know a bard named Post once.
You had.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was his last name of this bard?
I don't remember. It's Post something. I don't remember though.
Post.
Yes.
Okay, Post. How do you feel, Post, about maybe, I don't know,
I thought
filling
you
in
would never
for
ask.
a job? We have lost a strong member of party.
I'm sorry to hear that, but honestly, after you were telling that story, I was waiting for you to ask.
You seem pretty cool. What do you do?
What do you mean? What do I do?
Do you punch stuff?
I can. I normally claw things. but
Nice. Punch
I-
things cool.
Oh,
I've trained out in the jungles of Chol to take care of myself. So I take a weapon, I swing it, and I destroy things that would like to harm me or anyone else.
Well, each of us have our own different expertises in different things.
That is good.
Vanan is a very strong fighter. Igni's very stealthy. and very quiet and is able to get in and out of situations very quickly. I am a practitioner of magic. Do you have any skills personally that you have
Just
that you
fight.
use to protect yourself?
I beat the shit out of things
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Okay.
until they're dead.
Okay. Well, I do that just with the end of blade.
I do that with this, and I take off the flail from my back. And
Oh.
yeah, you see that it is like when you get a closer look, it's more than just like one kind of fishing rod thing. It's multiple, and they are strapped together and pulled together with leather.
Bound. Wow.
It is a leather entwined kind of rope to it, and the ending is just a like massive amount of just wire and metal just kind of grilled together, but also in there is a little bit of yarn, and on there is like shrapnel, so this thing will hurt.
Okay.
That
Definitely looks like it was made by someone not very crafty.
I would really love to know who your blacksmith is.
I made this myself.
Can I hold it? Can I hold
I could not even tell.
Yeah.
Do you want to hold this? This is my baby. And I hold up my spear or hand it out.
Which spear?
The mithril spear. I don't have the other one.
Oh, that's right. You gave away the other one.
We took the other one from him.
I stand up. I hand you the flail as you hand me the spear.
Yeah.
And I start flourishing and going around as more, not in the way of showing off, but in the way of showing that I have a good training with it. But because it's mithril and slightly shiny, I slip at one point, but I catch myself because I was.
Yeah, it's also way lighter.
Yeah, it's super lightweight.
Yeah, so it is flourishing as much as possible. I can make a performance check if you'd like, or you can just take it as is.
Let's do it. Let's roll a performance check. Let's see how you do.
15.
Pretty good. Yeah.
So this thing is in like 2 parts.
Hey, Vanan.
What's up?
He may make a good addition to Dancing John.
To Dancing Johns. Oh,
Look how good he is.
that was beautiful.
It's very shiny.
I really liked the forms. It's very good technique.
True. And he is strong enough, he might be able to, pick me up.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
We could finally do the lift.
We could do the lift.
I overhear this. I go, do you dance with your style?
Of course I dance.
Yes, of course.
And I sling my cloak open for the first time, and underneath is basically like an Esmeralda style like dancing costume. Yeah. Of course I dance. What did you think I was? A rogue?
Well, he did say sneaky.
I can sneaky dance.
Sneaky
I can
dance.
take coin out of men's pocket while they watch me.
Do it to me right now.
Okay. I'll sleight of hand the shit out of that.
All right, yeah.
I was about to say, do I get it? Do I get an advantage on that?
I'll give you advantage on that.
Oh,
I feel like you shouldn't have it because he literally knows it's coming. But I also feel like it's Vanan and he wants you to succeed.
He does. So that would be a 2035.
2035.
Yep.
Pretty high number. 2035. Yeah, you watch Post as she dances about, and you don't see the coin get extracted until like at the end that she's got the coin.
Except it's maple candy.
Except it's maple.
And then it sticks to my hands. What have I told you about your stupid?
Well, you reached into the wrong pocket. That's not a thing.
now my, because I have like finger symbols. Now they stick together.
I told you. First pocket, second pocket, candy. Third pocket, coins. Fourth pocket, fifth pocket.
What we are trying to say is, when we are not busy killing cultists, we are busy entertaining.
I put the spear forward. I go, may I have my flail back?
I didn't get my turn to try.
Just don't get it sticky, please.
I'm gonna try and start flailing this flail around.
Right.
And just trying first to just like get
what's your strength?
11.
Okay, so you can make a performance check at disadvantage because this thing is surprisingly heavy.
Okay, so that's a 10 plus 3. And a 9, so it's actually not bad. It's a 12.
Okay, so it's not nearly as masterful as the spear was, but were this made out of a lighter material and a little more possibly balanced, you might have done better. It's okay. Obviously, post, you know that you can wield this significantly better because this is kind of crafted for your hand, but it's passable for someone who seems as slight a frame as Vanan.
I go, not bad, but here's your spear back. And when I take the flower back, I am inspecting it because maple candy in my fur is going to be the worst day.
That's true.
Oh,
Don't worry. My hands are clean.
I appreciate that.
I could do this too, and I'll prestidigitate the maple candy off of Igny's hands.
oh.
Is it very flashy when it happens, or
it turns into flowers?
Oh, really?
I very quickly go.
Like they're not sticky anymore, but it's like you're not sticky, but instead there are flowers.
And you're like, poof. Okay, so now that we all have faith that everybody actually can do what it is they say they can in fact do, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
That is fine.
Ozzy,
Sure.
would you like to show off any of your skills? We have dance, we have weapons, we have...
Ozzy might kill us.
No.
What?
If it's the fireball thing that you do.
I'm not going to do that now.
Well, that's why I said
he can make
don't
a
do it.
giant fireball.
But not now, Ozzy.
I mean, no, my specialty is magic, and I do a whole thing. When we get downstairs and we actually fight someone, I'll show you then.
I understand, especially with magic or your physical prowess, you would like to keep it reserved for when you have the ability to use it. You can.
Yes.
Exactly.
I see.
He's very
Flower
smart.
shower.
I'm sorry for a what?
I don't know. What is it you are?
A tabaxi.
Tabaxi.
Yes, that is what I am called.
Are you... It's fine.
What?
It's fine.
No,
Igni,
please ask your question.
Igni, Tabaxi are indigenous typically to jungleless areas, like
Right. Are they a feline? Are they are they like, it's like a elf
human.
and a human make a half elf? Yeah?
Are you suggesting
Like a woman and they like he's trying to
like a cat?
I'm gonna nudge Post. I'm gonna be like, I think she's hitting on you, Mania.
I mean, it's fine. I figure it out. Don't worry. It'll come to Iggy.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Why don't we? I will say it's hilarious to me that you're the sneaky one because you said you were quiet.
Did you say I'm quiet when I want to be? You know, everybody thinks Iggy just talk. That all she does is perform. But let me tell you, when I have to do the thing, I do it.
And I would like to see this.
If
Well, then let's go downstairs. We can show you the door.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah,
let's
let's
go. Do the thing.
Let's go do
I
the
thought
thing.
we were walking and talking.
Yeah.
I imagine that was how it started, walking and talking, and then it just turned into a dance. Like,
And then Iggy got offended and stopped and was like, well, let me tell you.
yeah, because it's like you can't. The amount of flourishing you need to do with a flail and a spear is not really conducive to hallways in a monastery made for dwarves. So,
Oops.
yeah. Oh, shit, and we're stuck in the wall. Shit. Whack. Ah, damn it.
I have a question. What do you know about Mandusas? That's a good question.
What?
It's
A Mandusa.
A Mandusa.
The only legends I have ever heard of were Madusas. I've never heard of Mandusa. Is it a translation difference?
Nope.
Well, no, just its bits. They're different.
It's essentially the same thing as a Medusa, only a man instead of a...
It's
It's
Mandusa.
bits. I see. Bits.
Those bits.
I understand. I've never seen a Medusa. I've never seen a Mandusa. And even so, if I got close enough, I wouldn't ask to see what's inside, if you get what I'm getting at.
Oh no, I get it. I just, there is high
Are we at the
probability.
door?
Well, now you want to get to where you're going?
But there is high probability behind this door. There is in fact Dwerger, Myrmidon, Gargoyle, and Mandusa. So we were trying to figure out what is it that we know about any Dusas, so that we can know how best to kill it.
Well, what do I know about a Medusa?
Okay. Just like what I would say, probably what most people know from legend. Medusas, they kind of have a tie to Earth, like the kind of elemental plane of Earth, and then the standard thing, right? They had a hair made out of snakes. Don't look them in the eye because you can become petrified, turn to stone. And then obviously there's, there's like, can you look at them through something? Does that work? Can you look in a reflection? There's a lot of like stuff that happens in urban legends that does it work? Doesn't it work? Like a vampire, right? Does garlic work? Does running water work? People hear all these things, but unless you're really focused on it or you've encountered one, you won't really know what'll happen till you're in the moment.
I think probably for me, Cholt is hearing about the one in Cholt. If I remember correctly, there was a place for it, and that would be what I heard from there. So I will relay that and go, well, if what you said is true, and it's a Mandusa instead of a Medusa, and the only difference are their bits, then take what you know about a Medusa with turning people to stone and having their snake hair, and just put a dick on it.
Yeah.
Also, it can be stabbed.
Yes.
You're the dick stabber.
I
think I just put this together.
True.
Yes.
That
I
is what
see.
she does.
Oh,
Okay.
Iggy, this is perfect. I never thought about it.
So Igni, the only thing you question now is all of this is different, but it's about a man. So that's, it should be fine.
It's more personal.
Yeah, it should have the dick stabbing capabilities.
Okay.
So there you go.
so
But maybe it's
how
got snakes
do
for
we
dicks.
kill
You don't know.
something we cannot look at.
That is a curious question. I'm not sure. I've never come across one. It's just historians.
Can we turn out the lights?
I guess if you do not see it, but maybe, sure.
I mean,
Question is, can it see in the dark?
Also a good question. These are good questions. I'm glad at least, this discussion is bringing forth good questions.
I am just saying, I ask good questions.
That's
all
what
the
I'm saying.
time, not just standing outside door between me and Mandusa.
Weren't you just asking me for if, my mother banged a cat or something?
I asked no such crude thing. I simply insinuated, and I was trying to figure out your genetic makeup.
My parents were Tabaxis.
Right,
That's typically how that works. Yes.
Yes.
right.
parents
Okay.
and locks.
Igni just said that moment of two cats. Okay.
My grandmother was a cat, though. I'm just kidding. It wasn't. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, this is not funny because I was going to believe you. Okay, so Tabaxis are from Ohio.
But to be honest, my ancestry is a bit fuzzy. I'm really not sure.
God damn it.
Are we at the door?
Yes, you're at the door. God damn it, you are at the fucking door right now.
At the door. I said that.
Yeah, you guys have just been you're there and you'll get 3 of the items up and Igni's item is about to go up to open it, but wait a minute.
Question.
Igni the door!
Iggy, the door.
All right.
I was the advantage of just standing there.
All right.
Nope. Almost.
All right. And I put it in.
All right, yeah. So then it opens.
Do we have health potions?
Yeah, we
Yes.
have a lot.
Do we? Because I
Yes.
don't think I have any.
You didn't stock up at all after you left, or did you? I forget.
We didn't use any.
Wait, I don't think we used any.
You
which
didn't
was
use any because you just murdered her in one hit.
Basically, yeah. I have 2 potions of healing and a potion of greater healing.
I have
And
I have
then
one
everybody should
potion of
have.
healing, I think.
Lilith took some, but you should
Well,
have.
those are with her. So
Would I have anything of the sort? Because we didn't really talk about
no, we didn't really talk about that. So you've obviously been adventuring in Cholt. So I guess a couple things we can discuss. One, not that it'd probably be useful here, but you don't know. You probably would have a rain catcher, at least
yep.
one. That's a common thing for people in Cholt. Insect repellent, whether it be the candles or the stuff probably the candles, because smearing stuff on fur seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
You would also, yeah, I mean, if you adventured for this long traveling around Cholt, you know that in Portney and Zaro, there with the various merchant princes, you do have access to more things more readily in some aspects, but things are slightly more expensive due to supply and demand.
Mm-hmm.
So, they do sell healing potions. They do sell spell scrolls. They're a little bit pricier, but I don't know how much you think.
Well, the person for an informant I was thinking of was Wakanga.
Oh, okay. So that's fine. Yeah. So you would, I mean, you give yourself a reasonable amount, what you deem a reasonable amount of healing and greater healing potions. You don't cast spells, so no need for spell scrolls or spell components.
Let's go with 1 greater, 2 minor, or 2 lesser.
That's
regular.
fine. Yeah, that's fine. And obviously, if you wanted access to Yikuwas, right, those are things you can get in Cholt, nowhere else, pretty much. I'm just running through everything I can think of. Poisons. You're not really a poison type, but there's poisons for sale. Weird animal pets, which I feel probably would have come up already, but those are options, whether you want an Almiraj or a flying monkey or...
No, I'm fine without pets. I feel like they have just adopted me as one.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it as far as items that I can remember from my time reading through Tomb of Annihilation.
Yeah, that's basically, and the things that would be helpful there wouldn't necessarily be helpful here because it's to fight off those dangers, not.
Yeah, but you would have, still standard adventuring gear that one would always have.
Yeah, I have an explorer's pack. That's
and you would have, you'd have gold, right? Because if you do any kind of missions that keep you and you manage to come back in Cholt, you would have that because 9 times out of 10, when people send you out into the jungle in Cholt, they don't expect you're going to come back, so the rewards are a little higher.
Yeah, we can talk gold later. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so you guys head to the door, and it finally opens, and you are presented with an ancient staircase. This staircase descends 250 feet in flights of 20 to 30 feet as you're going down with little landings.
Wow.
The structure has stood the test of time, as one would expect from things crafted by dwarves. It seems to be in perfect condition, other than a little bit of smooth and worn patches in the middle of the steps where footprint, people have gone up and down over time. So that is that. I will provide you some general features of the temple itself, that will be considered to be standard, except when I tell you otherwise. Ceilings are 15 feet high. Doors will consist of stone slabs balanced on central pivots. So opening the door, it kind of from this to this, so you can go on either side, but the door is still in place. No locks or anything. There are closures of some kind, but you'll see those when you come into contact with them. There are chasms and things, and when we get to those, I'll tell you more about those. And they, most of the areas are pretty much well lit with continual flame spells, so you won't have to worry too much about lighting, although everybody but Ozzy can see in the dark.
Right.
So we're good there. Okay. Right. So you guys can descend down this step. Are you doing this quickly, stealthily? What's the plan?
No, we are doing it with stealth.
Then I would request
without a trace.
Okay, add the teen.
So stealth checks plus 10 to everybody.
And I'm not gonna lead the way because I know you guys have been obviously walking around these places, so I'm trusting your judgment, obviously, with where
31.
I go first.
Okay, Vanan goes first. Igny's got a 31.
22.
22.
Come right behind me if you want.
Stealth check.
Not that you would know it at 31.
Toast. I got a 32.
4.
What?
Pass without trace is 10.
But so you got a minimum
14.
14. Hey, that's a big shift.
Okay.
And it's slightly that way because I'm looking at Igni and going, "Hey, Igni, I know this isn't the right time, but would it be possible if I can borrow 250 gold?"
Are you asking me for money as we are... Igni's eye twitches in the dark.
What's the holdup? What's the holdup?
Ozzy wants money.
Ozzy, are you asking Igni for money when we're in a dungeon?
Yes,
What?
it's very important.
Are you crazy?
It's incredibly important.
Ozzy, I
Yes.
promise you will find your 250 gold
No,
in
but I-
return down
no,
at the bottom
I need it now because I'm going to summon a thing that will help
with
us.
250 gold.
Yes.
Oh my good God. Like, stealthy at a 31, and I'm going to start pulling gold coin pieces out of my bustier.
1, 2. Yeah. Yeah. So do you give him 250 gold pieces?
I guess we give, Ozzy gets 250. He's fuming. What is this game number what?
I go, "Thank you. Give me 10 minutes." And I run back behind the door.
He just take my gold and run.
All right. You guys make it about halfway down the 250 feet of stairs, and Ozzy hustles back up the top.
Yeah. And I'm going to sit down and I'm going to ritual cast Big B Steadfast B.
Okay. You do.
Does it have to be gold? Because
Yes.
we are
It's 250 gold. It says
the equivalent just value-wise, because I'm going to have to give you some silver pieces because we're out
It
of
says I need a snakeskin glove as well as 250 gold pieces, which Big B receives as a royalty and are consumed by the spell.
We don't have 250 gold pieces. We have 200.
Wait. Didn't you receive a snakeskin glove worth that much?
Oh,
Well, we have enough.
it says
coin.
glove. So I have the glove, but it says the snakeskin glove as well as 200.
Well, we'll say that it counts as both, but you'll lose the glove. So, or you could use 250 gold.
But what I'm saying is, in gold pieces.
Big B is relatively loose on his royalty payments, so if it's
Okay.
250 gold equivalency, he'll be okay with that.
I was about to say, okay, good. I was gonna. Okay.
And I'll do that.
Okay. So then you cast Big B Steadfast B.
Yeah.
So
To the dismay of my party members, they don't see anything.
yeah, you guys don't see. He does this whole thing. He's got this snakeskin glove on, and he's making somatic components. Your gold disappears, and then nothing happens.
He's got to stay within 30 feet of me. So we end up having to chase him up the stairs. Otherwise, I'm going to have to cast Pass Without a Trace again.
Oh my God! So now we are running after the Aussie. Hey, I'm going to come back here with my money. Where are you going?
You witness all of this post.
So I saw you dance, and it was whatever you did was quite wonderful.
Thank you.
I saw you make flowers, and you did pretty good with my flail. And I saw you waste a lot of money very quickly.
See, this is I don't understand why he's asking her for money in the dungeon. I mean, just don't ask her for money in the
You
first
should
place.
have also done this outside.
I totally agree. I just don't get it.
Wait. Before you approach me,
Oh God!
What?
say Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
Okay.
Bumblebee.
Igni?
Bumblebee.
Good. Okay. You're safe.
From what?
Is
Bumblebee.
that our safe word?
No. Well, yes, because there's a giant bee right next to me right now.
Safe words are very important.
Oh, there's a bee next to you?
Yes. Yes.
You don't see any B, Vanan.
You're full of shit.
True. I am beginning to like these Tabaxi.
Ozzy, let's go.
Thank you.
There's no bee.
Well, Venom, give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Don't.
Look what happened to the last hand.
When have I ever lied to you?
When
Besides
you
all the
took my
times I've
money
lied to
and
you.
cast an invisible bee.
I don't know. Okay, fine. I let him take my
I
hand.
put his hand on the bee.
You feel like the fuzziness of a bee. You know this.
He's
Did you
invisible.
know how fuzzy bees are?
Yeah, you do know this. You are.
Guys, I feel like I'm petting an adorable bee,
This
but
is
I don't see one.
as long as the bee stays quiet. I don't care.
The bee's
Stay
very
far
quiet.
away from me, please.
And
The
yes,
vegan can also see invisible things.
That's good. Keep it far away from me, please.
can the, oy.
Do you want to send it first? We should start heading back.
I am
down.
going first. And Iggy just starts down again in her
Wait,
stealth
Iggy,
mode.
you gotta stay with the 30 feet of
Vanan's like,
everyone get.
I sigh. I go, I think I'm liking that one too. And I start walking down too.
Good.
Okay.
all
I
right.
got my bee cast. I'm all happy now.
Bee with the bee.
Yes. So, okay. So Big B Steadfast B is in existence. You guys continue down to the base, or down this ancient stair, which is actually what the thing is called. So you come to the end, and the passage leads to a subterranean chasm spanned by zigzagging 10-foot wide stone bridges without railings. The bridge links tunnels leading north and south. The chasm floor is 50 feet below the bridge and consists of a jumbled mass of boulders. To the west, the chasm narrows and continues for the same distance. So, yeah, the tunnel has kind of ended in the work stone. You're now on a flat, and it basically kind of will go out in front of you. What are we at? 30 feet. Then it'll make a 90-degree angle and go to the right 30 feet, and then another 90-degree angle and go back 30 feet to, like, into another wall, into a further complex. But out here in the open, on these kind of this zigzag pattern, it is completely open, 10 feet wide, no railings, and there's a 50-foot chasm that you guys are standing over. And you can see, again, the chasm is wide to your left, but it's just a wall. And off to your right, it kind of narrows to about 10 feet wide and then opens up further beyond. But that is about 20 to 30 feet off of the end of the chasm, off of the end of the walkway you're on.
I'm gonna
Seems
ask
precarious.
Copernicus if he sees anything.
Okay. Copernicus does not see anything. You're looking for invisible things, I assume.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. You can make me a perception check, Vanan.
Okay. Is it Vanan or is it Copernicus?
This would be Vanan.
This would be Vanan. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, and we're in the Underdark.
Yes.
Okay. So I have advantage,
Yes.
and that's much better because I rolled a 1 and a 12.
Okay. Much better.
17.
Okay. So unlike 90% of adventurers, you think, you know what's a great thing to do when you walk into an underground area is to look up. Because I would say most times people just walk in, they're like, what do we see around us? Nobody looks up at the ceiling.
I look up.
You do, because you recall from your primeval awareness earlier that this area seems to be where you thought the gargoyles were.
Yeah.
So, lurking, you can see now, putting these two facts together on the ledges in the upper shadowy regions of the cavern. In this particular area, the cavern is about 50 feet high because it's kind of the open chasm, not like the temple ahead where you can see this. There is a ceiling, which will be where your 15-foot high ceilings are. You can see the gargoyles there, and I can have Post and Igni also make me perception checks. Actually, no, I lied. Passive perception scores for Igni and Post.
14.
12.
Okay, so you don't see, but Vanan can tell you, and then you guys can see. Ozzy, there's no lights in this particular area, so
I can't see anything.
Everyone,
I'm
Yes.
just like holding on to my bee friend who's guiding me.
everyone, stay cool. Stay cool. Shh.
Okay.
Shh. Act natural, okay? Don't keep. We're just gonna stop here, and we're gonna talk. And I'm gonna point. I'm gonna pretend. I'm gonna mime and point to the ground, and I'm gonna act like I'm reading something on the ground. And be like, so I'm looking at the ground right now. But when I first came in, I looked up, and there are 3 gargoyles that I was talking about before, and they are totally trying to suss us out. So that's something
Have they,
to keep
have they
track of.
seen that? Have they seen us?
Wait,
I'm not sure. Ted, have they seen us? Does it look like they've seen us?
You're not sure because you guys are really stealthy
Yeah.
at the moment, anyway.
I don't think they've seen us yet.
Are they close together?
Are they close together, Ted?
Yeah, that's a good question.
They're not like bunched up in a group. They're kind of like sporadic, but they all seem to be focused on the bridge. You can make me an insight check, Vanan.
Oh, okay.
Since you were the one who really saw them.
It's a 15.
You get the feeling that these are sort of in a sentinel type position, perhaps guards guarding the entrance or the not likely the exit, but the entrance, and as such, there's probably something that identifies you as a member, so they don't attack you.
I'm going to just draw out the bridge, like on the ground.
Yeah.
With prestidigitation, and then just draw where they are.
Okay. Yeah, you guys think you are stealthy up until this point, but there's really no way, even with really good stealth, for you to... This bridge is like a wide open space.
Yeah.
So there's no way you could stealth along the bridge because you're just out in the open.
Okay. Did the ceiling that they're on, are there like stalactites and things? Does it look like it is very structural?
There's not really much in the way. There are some stalactites, but they're kind of on ledges, perched as gargoyles would.
Because they have like wings and stuff, right?
Yeah, so you know that they can fly. You also know that if you're out on this open bridge, it's a 50-foot drop below you.
Right.
So flight is to their advantage.
How long is this bridge?
It is, I think, 90 feet, but it's not in a straight line. It's, like I said, it's 30 feet up, that it curves to the right 30 feet, and then it goes back into the kind of main structure. So you guys have 90 feet to traverse out in the open, with no railings on either side.
Okay.
Hey, I have an idea.
What's your idea?
They seem to be waiting on us to cross the bridge, yeah?
Do you want me to go first?
No, silly.
I bet I could clear
No,
that.
shut the... Can't we make an illusion or something? Trick them? And then when they all fly down to attack the thing and they are grouped together, Ozzy can firebolt the fuck out of them.
Ozzy, can you make an illusion that sophisticated? I can't.
Hold on.
Don't do magic. I mean, I could go stand out there, I guess.
Yeah, again, like I said, you could definitely stand there and try to draw their attention, but at that point, you're out in the middle of an open bridge.
Exactly. That's why I was like, we needed somebody like a...
I could summon my phantom steed and send them forward, and then make them poof away when they get close.
I can clear that space.
No, if you go out, I'm telling you, if you go out there, they are going to grab you and they are going to drop you.
But I mean, I can clear that space before, like, they can see me, but I'm going to be at the other side before. I can clear more than 90 feet in less than 6 seconds.
Yes, but it's a zigzag. I bet you
even
disadvantage.
Even with the zigzag, I think.
Couple of things I will say. You do have spider climb boots to put that.
So there's like multiple factors.
I mean, you could also walk underneath the bridge.
I was about to say, if you have spider climb, can't you just walk along the side?
I can climb as well.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I too could, I guess, climb. You guys want to go down to the bottom?
Ozzy can't, but everybody else can.
Ozzy, I could hold on to you.
We'll get Ozzy down there.
I can fly.
Oh.
Ozzy can
want to go under?
I can also cast Featherfall on all of us, and we can go down to the bottom.
But you don't see, at least from your current vantage point, any benefit from going down to the bottom.
Yeah.
Because the bridge continues into the complex, and this is just a 50-foot chasm.
How about we lure them into a fight?
But like, this is where you want to go into.
That is why I was looking for the illusion. That is exactly what I had planned on doing.
So I can summon the Phantom Steed as a ritual and not expend a spell slot and send the steed forward, or I can cast Fly on myself, and then we can all figure out a way to get over there.
I mean, there is just the age-old trick of run.
Like I said, I can get there.
As can I.
Oh yeah, you look fast. You want to have a race?
How far is it?
90 feet. 30 feet up, 30
No,
feet to the
it
right,
would
30
take
feet up
me-
again.
Yeah, no, I can only do 60.
I could do 100.
It's a 90 feet, you said?
Yes.
I can do
90 feet
140.
on foot.
So what is it you like to do? I mean, we can destroy them, but should we run? Should we climb?
I'll also throw this out there.
How far is the closest gargoyle to me?
About 50 feet up.
About 50 feet up.
I will also say that you are in a, not perfectly circular, but you are in a chasm, a chasm room. Loud noises in an underground chasm like this would echo explicitly. So sounds of combat here may alert people further into your presence.
That's a wonderful DM hand you just put down.
Let's sneak under. I think that's a good idea.
Then we have to climb back up the other side.
Well, if we just like go underneath
Okay.
the bridge, we don't actually have to climb up. We're just
Yeah,
underneath
yeah.
the bridge.
No,
Yeah.
right?
Like underneath, like on the bottom of the bridge.
But you still have to climb up to get around up into
to
the
get
room.
up and around, like we're still going to have to make.
Yeah, you could
Oh,
get.
no,
You'd
you're
basically.
fine.
You'd be if the bridge goes like this, right, and you're connected to the wall. Like the door is up here, so you could walk along the bottom, but then you got to go up to go in. If that makes sense.
So Vanan and I can definitely make it.
Correct.
But doesn't sound like Ozzy or Igni can.
It'll
I
just
can
take
do
extra.
that.
It'll take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I
Well,
can
one of
dimension
you,
door me and Igni. If
You
you
can
Oh,
do
that's
that.
true.
want me to
Yeah.
blow a fourth level spell slot,
I don't.
I only get
Not
2.
on these. I am capable. Okay.
have you faced gargoyles before?
Yes.
I think
Okay.
so.
You
Yeah,
did
we faced
way,
gargoyles,
way
yeah.
back in the day.
You
We
faced
faced
gargoyles.
gargoyle. Yeah.
before.
Right outside the lich's room, actually.
Can we lure them into the entrance we are coming in? That way we funnel them in here.
That is true. Possibility, yes. This is why I just say distraction. Honestly, I think if we can get a distraction,
Oh yeah, what
get their eyes off of us, we can make the run for it.
What were you going to say, Vanan?
what if we lure them into this hallway we're in right now?
That's
I
what
feel like we're spending a lot of time on this entryway.
As much time as you deem necessary, guys. This is your call.
I really don't want to die a death of
Mm.
falling, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Because our jumpsuits are done, right? We used the
You
last
used up the last charge because you have not found an air elemental like font to recharge them in.
So,
Ozzy can save us.
I have a question. It's completely dark in here, right? I can't see anything.
Correct.
Cool. I'm gonna use a charge of that dark vision charm that I got,
Great.
and I'm gonna give myself dark vision for the next 8 hours.
You now have dark vision for the next 8 hours.
That's helpful.
Oh, I can see. Oh, good.
Okay.
So, yeah, again, they seem to be set up in some sort of, watch or sentinel, gatekeeper scenario.
Do you think the 4 of us could take the 3 of them?
Yeah.
Considering your previous experience.
I definitely think that we could. I don't know if we could take them down quietly so it wouldn't echo across
It
the
is
chasm.
quiet, and I do fear the terrain being a bit
I think that might be
Yeah.
moot in the end. Just I think to get past these guys we need to know something secret that we don't know.
okay. Well, let's
Without
stop.
fighting, and I think it's designed specifically so that like even if we were to sneak to the other side, we still
Wait,
have
this-
to be visible. So it's kind of
No,
like a
we
trap.
do not. Can you do a illusion spell that makes it look like the bottom of the chasm? Like we are under something. Like it tricks them. Like a mirror.
Yeah.
It bounces back. So we just go across, they never see us.
No, I don't have that spell.
Hallucinatory terrain.
That would do it.
That would do it, but no.
Or a very big major illusion. Or major image, rather. Or
The
silent
bridge
image.
itself. Would you be able to walk like under it?
Yes, you would, but you would not be able, but you'd have to come again back up on top of it to get in the door.
Yes, that's fine.
So yeah.
So I think rock and a hard place. I think we have to set this alarm off no matter what.
So what I'm going to do,
Unless you know how to not set it off.
We don't know that though.
Okay. Is there a way we? Okay. This is
People who
the.
would know that are either dead.
This is
behind
wait. This is which code? This is the Earth.
Earth code.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do we remember about the Earth cultists before we slaughtered them?
Wait.
Nothing. We
Wait.
killed them all.
Wait.
There's a saying that they said.
There is a saying they said.
There's
That
a
is
saying.
Oh, that's in a
things
different
go.
book I have. This one. Oh, I'm not gonna remember it.
A believer approaches.
I plant the biggest kiss on Ozzy.
Maybe that's it. It could be. It might not be.
Smart little man. It would be worth it. Okay, so what's the worst that happened? We walk out there, we say it, they attack us, or we don't say it and they still attack us? Yeah.
It was
It's something.
beforehand that we were just gonna have to fight no matter what. So now it's maybe.
Well, who wants to do the honors of saying it? Go on, Ozzy.
Go on, Ozzy. Get out there.
Be worried about falling.
Go get her, Ray.
I'll do it if you want me to.
I'd
I'm
like
gonna
to
go with
stay
you
hidden.
for protection.
How about we all just go together?
That sounds good to me.
I think having some of us hidden is a good idea, though.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to stay in the shadows regardless.
Yeah.
That's my job. I'm going to just like hang back. I am not walking out there vulnerable like.
Okay, you
And
walk.
I'm going to climb on the other side. I'm going to crawl along the top from the underside
Mhm.
alongside them.
Okay. All right, so you guys walk out and you do what?
I guess I'll walk up to the bridge and I'll say, a believer approaches.
All right, you can make me a persuasion check.
Ted, just to make sure, the climbing speed, I can climb upside down.
I'm fine with it. You
Okay.
just, I mean, I think it's as long as you're still moving. I don't think you're not like a grung. I feel like can stick because
Yeah.
they're a frog. You're like, so as long as you're still moving, I don't think there's any.
Yeah,
Problems
and I have
with
a
it.
strength of 18 to just kind of.
Yeah, so you're good then.
Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't break into the room.
I got a 20 persuasion.
Okay. Yeah, they don't seem to react as you continue walking.
They don't react to Vanan either.
No.
Okay, I sneak behind them then. The moment I see it working, I'm like on Ozzy's trail.
Well, they were there and they went out there, so now you're kind of as a separate entity, if that makes sense.
The believer approaches.
Okay, and you continue to make your way along to the door.
If you're hiding in my shadows, oh my god.
Igni.
No.
Post.
Post.
I kept wanting to sing Prosh, but I'm like, that's a magic card. That's not the right thing.
That's not the right one.
Post, if you're still in my shadows, you might be able to sneak up.
Okay.
Willy, if I stand by and I'll whisper that to you.
Sure. And
Like, my voice appears in your ears, and you're just like, what?
you see the claw come up and start to pull up, and I go, "A believer approaches."
Okay. All right. You guys make your way into the next room. And now I will tell you.
Giant Tabaxi with a fishing pole flail.
I will tell you what you actually could have said. I took it because technically the believers are a thing specific to Red Larch, but even simpler. The two things that the book I allowed it because we're going to say that these gargoyles with their 6 intelligence were smart enough to make the connection. But also as a callback to like a million years ago. And good note taking. But the 2 things that the book says you could do is literally, I serve the Black Earth, or make the symbol with your hands.
Oh.
Doltan.
It's it the triangle?
I did think about drawing it.
Oh yeah, that's
I had thought of
the
doing
or whatever it is.
I have it here. Elements of Earth is a triangle with the line
Triangle.
on the bottom.
bottom.
Yep.
Kind of looks like Deathly Hollows.
Oh man, donation. All right.
Oh, thank you.
Hey.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's
Thanks.
see.
We got a $20 donation. Very cool. Okay. Oh, an item from the wish list. Yay. I like those when we get those. That's always fun. Oh, and there's the email about it. Cool. All right. So you guys make your way across, and you come into this is now a 10-foot wide passageway that is about 10 feet wide, 20 feet long, and it enters into a room that is 20 feet wide. I'm sorry, 20 feet long and 50 feet wide. A massive pair of stone doors lies broken just south of this small plaza, flanked by iron torches that brightly illuminate the area. One door lists unevenly on its bottom hinge, and the other lies shattered on the ground. The standing door is carved with a pastoral scene of grain fields and rolling hills. Worn and pitted by the centuries, a large, dimly lit hall waits beyond the broken gates. Arrow slits are carved into the west and east walls.
Well, this seems like a good spot. Hey, Post, keep an eye out, would ya?
Don't. I grab your shirt if you go to walk.
No, I'm
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting down.
Oh, okay.
I keep an eye out. I'm gonna throw a perception up.
Okay, make me a perception check.
And then I'm gonna do my primeval awareness thing again.
Okay, how many times can you do that? I forget. Is that unlimited now with the
It doesn't
revised?
say. I think it's.
It might be unlimited for a revised ranger. I don't remember.
It might be a spell slot though. For real.
That sounds about right. It's 18 perception, by the way.
Okay, yeah, you don't see. So you look beyond into the
spell slot.
next room. Okay. You can kind of see. You got that one kind of broken door that's listing, and the other one's on the floor. And you can see that the room beyond is, from where you guys are, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 80 feet across. And you can see because in the middle, halfway through, about 40 feet in, are 2 continual flame torches. So it's well lit up, and you can see that this room keeps basically the same width, more or less, of 50 feet wide, but it's 80 feet deep. You can see a 10-foot wide passageway continuing deeper in. You can also kind of see from your vantage point on the left-hand side of this room is a door that is shut, and on the right-hand side of the room, about halfway up, is another 10-foot wide passageway that continues down. Now let's see what you guys can see here.
Just for the record, primeval awareness does not use anything.
Okay, that's what I had figured.
He just needs 1 minute in uninterrupted, and that's it.
Okay, cool. That's fine. You guys were relatively stealthy on your way in. I'm fine with it. Okay, this was once a magnificent hall with a soaring ceiling, marble floors, and intricate carvings of prosperous farmlands decorating the walls. It has since fallen to ruin. Deep cracks mar the walls, sections of the masonry have collapsed, and the huge stone door at the north end of the room, which is the one you guys are looking in from, is broken. Passages lead... Why do they do this? I fucking hate when they do this. They give it from, like, a general overview, not the way that the party would only be coming in. Anyway. Passages lead west and south, and there's a stone door to the east. A small cooking fire and several bedrolls are in the southeast corner of the room. You guys can see in here 4 hobgoblins.
Brilliant.
What? movement.
Wait, where do we see hobgoblins?
In the next
we're
room.
in? Oh,
No,
in
the next room. Your room is only 20 feet wide but long, and it seems like it was an entry hall, and that you can see there's these arrow slits on either side. So this is probably like a welcoming hall. If people are coming in, you can have, before they can get into the building proper with these big stone slab doors, this is where you can make the call, like, do we fuck these guys up and kill them, or do we let them through?
You're saying that is that the southern one that we're looking through? The southern wall is where the entrance is to the next room?
Yeah, you guys are coming, basically, if you count the way you came from as north, everything is described in this way. So you guys are coming in a southern door, and looking into the room, there is the passageway that leads out to the south. There is a door to the east, and a passageway to the west. You can see there's these bedrolls, and inside this room, you can see 4 hobgoblins.
We can see this?
Yes.
Yeah, whether they can see you. What?
What, I didn't leave the room yet, though.
No, but remember, the doors in this room are broken.
They're broken. So you
one
can
is on the floor, the other one is listed and kind of hanging on its central pin. So you guys can see into there, and I'm assuming that you guys were smart enough to hide off to the side and not just standing in the middle of the room looking into here.
Oh, yeah.
Because you guys are clearly experts at stealth.
Stealth experts. It's the only thing we're actually good at.
Yeah, so you look into here, and you see these 4 hobgoblins. A guy in some strange, almost chitinous-like plate mail with this nasty-looking spear with a rope tied around it, and he is mounted on a bullet.
Oh, shit. Okay.
He seems to be adept in riding this creature. And they seem to, they're just there.
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. How do we want to play this?
That's
you
the
also know,
I was about to say.
I was going to say, you also know that bullets can sense vibration. So,
right.
It doesn't seem to see you, but you think that's purely out of the virtue of its tremor sense doesn't extend this far. If it were to move or pass by, it may sense you immediately. So, limited time, what's the plan?
What's the plan?
How big is the room inside?
It is 50 feet.
50?
Yeah, 50 feet wide, 80 feet deep. It's a little bit less because some walls have caved in to the right, but it's mostly 50 feet wide, 80 feet long.
Is there anything on the ceiling that I could jump and potentially reach?
No, because here we're in a workstone actual temple. The ceilings are only 15 feet high.
That's what I mean. Like, there's nothing I could, like a chandelier or anything I could grab hold of to get off
No,
the floor.
there are 6 support columns, and the middle support columns have iron braziers with continual flame torches in them. So that's what's providing the light for this room.
Okay.
That's how you guys are able to see, because it extends past your dark... Actually, Igni could see it regardless, but extends past your dark vision.
This tremor sense is it can only read vibrations on the ground.
Correct.
So if I were to say step on a table or something else, it couldn't read it.
Unless it can feel the vibrations of your foot impacting the table, which is impacting the ground.
Yeah. Should I blow them up?
Are they all together?
They do seem to be, yeah, relative. They are in relatively close proximity,
Okay,
yes.
I think the old you blow them up and then we finish them off.
Weren't we worried about making a sound earlier, though?
I was about to say, it will blow cover.
Does fireball make noise?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it is an explosion.
It's an explosion.
If we're gonna fight these guys, I think.
I mean, that's not a bad way to enter the fight if you're gonna do it. But that's just me speaking as a player, not as a DM.
Yeah.
If we do decide to go that option and we make noise doing it, you can do that. We can try flanking that doorway.
You also, from what you can see in your current vantage, this is what you saw. This was the only way back out. So if you did need to try, if you wanted to try to post up and choke point them, you have basically the room you're currently in seems to be the only way, unless they were up above, but there's no way that would happen because of your Lich friend. So you've got a decently defensible point, though if they did circle around the sides, they could riddle you with arrows through the arrow slits.
Mm-hmm.
So
Should we just charge in the front?
Can do that. Have you ever faced that bullet before? Do you know how bad that is?
Oh, friends.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
They are.
I've seen them. I've used them before.
We will talk more about that later. I'm curious.
No, we don't need to. So, how do we want to do this?
Igni, you seemed very excited about something.
Do we need we need cover.
Yes. Well, there's the pillars in the middle of the room.
It's
We can hide
true.
behind there, but then we will be.
I was thinking
hit.
like smoke or fog or something.
Oh, I can make a fog cloud.
again, it
drinks.
won't do
Only with-
anything for the bullet.
Yeah, but one is better than all of them being able to see us.
Well,
True.
if I blow them all up in one shot, then we won't have to worry about them.
How about Ozzy blows them up?
It's just
I
it is
go make
so
a fog.
loud. So loud. If you want to blow it up, blow it up. It is just so loud. I fear letting more know we are coming.
There was another room to go into, right?
There are another 3 ways off of this room.
Can we go investigate those a little bit?
Well, you don't know if you'd be
I was
able
about to say, if we move, that
Right.
it's going to see us.
I think we have to deal with this bullet now, no matter what we do.
Okay, I'm going to do something.
Okay.
I reach in my bag and I grab a handful of ball bearings.
Mm-hmm.
If it can read vibrations on the ground, I'm just gonna fuck with it. And I sling ball bearings across the floor.
All right. So you sling ball bearings across the
Like
floor.
near the door, so that if they come out, they're also going to have to contend with the ground.
Okay. So basically, kind of right where you guys right kind of where you guys
Yeah.
are. All right.
Yeah, like away from us, but like over towards them.
Okay. So you guys watch as roughly, approximately 1,000 ball bearings are loosed from Igni's little pouch, and they hit the floor. And you notice that obviously immediately, this bullet turns and is focused on.
Oh, wait.
Too late now. Sound impacting on the ground. You also know.
All the goblins are going to go and shoot us with arrows.
It's okay. I have plans for this. What I'm trying to do is I'm hoping with all the ball bearings rolling on the ground, it'll create enough.
You
vibration
also
that I won't
notice
notice.
that almost simultaneously, as the bullet is turning and noticing the ball bearings, so does its rider, as though they are sharing each other's senses.
I know what that is.
And then it burrows under the stone floor,
Mhm.
and the hobgoblins see this and then turn to look at the door and see you all, and I'm going to need you all to roll for initiative.
Of course.
You just blew them up.
You could have just blown them up, yes.
Just blowing them up. Well, I was a 17. It's a 23.
24.
Okay, hold on. Let's get the notebook out. Didn't know where we were going to go with this. So, Ozzy had a 23.
No, it was Vanan.
Vanan had a 23. What did Ozzy have?
22.
22. Igni?
Wow.
24.
24. And Post?
12.
12. Got it. That was with advantage, right?
No.
Because you're level 7 at least.
Oh,
so you
yes.
have advantage.
I've never played a barbarian before.
That's all right. Let's hope.
That's a natural 20.
So that-
21.
20 what?
21.
All right. That is 21, 22, 23, and 24 for the party.
Dope.
That's pretty crazy. All right. So
You'll
the
still be able to blow them up.
burrow
You know
shark.
those goblins are gonna come running like Three Stooges out that door.
Yeah, but they get close to us and then I blow us up also.
I'm worried about where they were was where they could go into the arrow places where they can shoot us.
How big are those slits?
They're gonna have to put arrows through, but that's about it. And they're kind of
So a
they
couple
come.
inches?
Yeah, they come like this. You don't know this from the inside, but they come in like this, so you've got a slit to shoot arrows through.
I would like to point out that above my initiative box, it literally has a for advantage in parentheses, like I should have read it.
You know, that's...
I've now underlined. We'll see how many times this gets underlined throughout this.
There you go.
Yep.
And the hobgoblins have that. Cool. HGB. All right. So, Igni, you're up first.
The nat 20's not up first?
No, he only had a 21. Your 24 beats him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to do anything till it's fighting with somebody else. So,
Fair.
Okay, the arrow slats, there are 3 on each side, you said?
Just 2 large slits, 1 on either side.
2 large slits?
Yeah, so basically you're in a room, and you're basically on either side of you. There are slits about 3 feet high and about 2 inches wide. 2 inches wide. Let's go a little more realistic.
I was about to say, if it's
2 inches wide.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
So, like, if you're on the other side, you'd have enough room to shoot down and up in there with an arrow.
Inside of it, like the full body length. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of those. So, how far to get over there?
It's negligible because it's in the room you're in. Like that little entry hallway. That's where that is.
I'd like to cross to that.
Okay. You are there easily.
Cross to that wall.
Okay.
And once I get there, the real question is, I don't have anything. It's okay. I'm there. It doesn't. Oh, I'd like to hide up against the wall. That way, if somebody comes out with an arrow, I'll see them first.
Okay.
Up against the wall.
Okay. I will. So 2 things. The way arrow slits are designed. So 1. You're basically being up against the wall next to this. You're completely, for all intents and purposes, immune to arrows from this wall because they can't see you. The hall opposite you, they obviously can see you. But typically, when one fires through an arrow slit, you keep the arrow behind the slit, so you're not like putting the arrow in. So you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't see the arrowhead if they're worth their salt at all when it comes to archery. They keep it behind it. So that way their arrows aren't susceptible to being hit with swords or other things.
Right.
So either way, you're currently defensed against. You could make a perception check when people come over to try to see if you can hear them scrabbling behind there. Obviously, you would only have to hear.
I was going to say, I will plan to attack them probably with my fan.
Gotcha. Yep.
Because it'll fit through.
Absolutely
through the space. But yeah, I don't want them to know that I'm there.
Okay.
Against at least their wall, so. Cool.
That is good. If someone makes their way over there, I will ask you to make me a perception check. Vanan, you are up next.
So how long is this hallway? Where are the hobgoblins?
They are at the back of the room. So you guys are in like a little antechamber before the main hall.
Yeah.
And they are kind of in the back, probably about 60 feet back in this hall, kind of near where those bedrolls and that little fire is. So they've got to cross at least 30 feet to go down either side shooting door / hallway, which you assume eventually leads to where these things are.
Where are they? So
you're in the antechamber, they're in the main room that you guys were looking into.
What, like how far from me? Sorry.
Probably 80 feet.
80 feet? Cool.
Yes.
I can make that. I'll use Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
And a bunch of wind kicks up all around me, and I'm gonna speed off down the hallway. I'm gonna jump over her ball bearings.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna sprint towards the closest goblin.
Okay. And you're gonna try to head them off before they get into that room?
Yeah, and I'm gonna head to the closest goblin, and I'm gonna stab him in the face.
Okay.
With my spear. Go
ahead and make an attack roll against these hobgoblins. They're wearing chainmail. They have shields and long swords.
20 to hit.
20. Yeah, 20 hits.
So this is 2d6 plus a d8. Plus. I can't do that math right now. Oh wow, that's really good. So that's 17 on dice plus. Rolled a 6, a 4, and a 7 plus 5 plus 2, 7 plus 4, 11 plus 11.
Yeah, you just skewer right through this guy. The acid eats away at his armor, and he just drops.
So I'll like go like through his chest, and then I'll like turn around, and the next closest goblin, I'm gonna throw my spear at him.
Okay.
Spin, so like in one movement.
All right, let's see it.
All right, advantage.
Uh-huh.
They haven't done anything yet.
Correct.
18, no, 19.
19 hits. Yep, just barely.
So this is less.
They are humanoids.
Yeah, so this is less damage, but it's still 22.
Yeah, you stab through this guy, spin it around, throw it through this guy, able to grab it as his dead body sloughs off the end of this spear. Post, you watch as this elf just zips into this room and in less than 6 seconds manages to dispatch 2 of these hobgoblins, and you see that as the spear is impacting them, it seems to be corroding their armor and dealing acid damage as well as the normal piercing.
That one is full of tricks.
And then after the spear that I threw like kills the dude, it like slides out of his body and flies back to my hand.
Oh, that's right. We put that. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The returning charm that we put on it.
So the hobgoblin's body just falls to the ground.
All right. As that happens, before Ozzy gets a chance to go, you watch as the bullet erupts from the ground, attacking you, Vanan, as you have moved into its...
I figured that was going to happen.
Yeah. All right, bullet. Here we go. So it's going to... So they read it in action, so it's going to use its bite. It doesn't have time to do any leaps or anything. So here goes a bite attack. Oh, God, we're off. Here we go. Natural 20.
God.
That is 8d12 I gotta roll right now.
Oh.
Whoa.
I don't think I only have 1d12. I never had. All right, here we go. 10.
Ooh, off to a bad start.
18. 22. Somebody keep track of me. That's 3.
I got 3 so far.
All right. 28. 32. 43.
7.
43. 52.
One more.
56. And for 60 points of piercing damage. Are you unconscious?
I'm gone.
Oh, damn. He goes down as this thing chomps into him.
Oh my god.
And you watch as its rider goes, that was easy.
The dog's out. Xander's in food.
Okay.
So you might want to take
Yeah, I'll take him out later.
Gingerbread
was good.
Question.
And I'm really
Yes.
far away from you guys.
I guess it's broken open the ground, so
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know what the condition of the ground still was. Until
It's actually I'm not gonna go with any kind of. It's just its burrow speed, so I'm gonna say it pretty much just it doesn't close up, but it kind of like there's an answer or an answer. Wow, words. There's like kind of rough dirt there, like right around it.
yeah, it's like once it pulled itself out, it like collapsed back into
The tunnel collapsed. It doesn't
I
leave
mean
a tunnel.
more for like the ball bearings and everything that I threw out. Will it struggle standing on them?
Well, it would possibly, but Vanan leapt over them and ran 60 feet into the room.
Oh my god.
So it's nowhere near it.
And we don't see him go down either, do we? Because he's in a separate room.
I think Ozzy
I
might
did.
and Post would, because you moved off to the side, so you don't know. And I think Post was in there looking, so then the guy on his back, he just, he doesn't do anything. He just sits there, and he's like, that was easy. And he's like, maybe his friends are stronger. And he readies a spear. And then after that, then it's your turn, Ozzy.
So Vanan rushed in.
Mm-hmm.
Of course he did.
There's no possible way I can aim a fireball in this room without hitting Vanan now, right?
Nope.
Great.
I killed the goblins on my side of the...
There is one more goblin and the bullet, which is above ground now, and the rider of the bullet.
And to be clear, hobgoblin, yes.
Hobgoblin, yes.
Okay.
They do seem to be relatively beefy in the armor department with their shields and longswords and their chainmail, but not terribly full of health. I guess is a way to describe it. Okay. We're gonna keep looking.
How far away from me are they?
60 feet.
And are they in a line?
So the hobgoblin is kind of off to the side. You would think that a line-based attack would hit the bullet and the rider because they're kind of one on top of another. You would just have to basically move into the room to move off to the side to not hit Vanan. If from your vantage point, you would likely hit Vanan and the thing because it's right in front of, like, it's Vanan, then the thing's over top of him. So you'd have to kind of get off to this side to get him.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Left me with very minimal options here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna scooch off towards the side a little bit, and I'm gonna shoot a lightning bolt down the hallway.
Okay.
And I'm going to summon my elemental spectrum, and the spectrum splits into many, many circles and bends backwards and shoots forward. And I'm going to spend an extra first level spell slot to add, I think it's 2d8 or 2d10 force damage.
I believe it's 2d10, yeah. So they're going to make dex saves?
Yes.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the bullet make the save, and then if it makes it, the rider makes it because he's mounted on it. But if the bullet fails, he fails because he's mounted on it. So that is an 18.
That succeeds.
All right, so half damage.
Okay. So that's 8d6. 2, 3, 4.
Chad, I see your trinkets. We'll get to those in a sec.
6, 7, 8, plus 2d10. And where's my other d10? Where's my dice? There we go. 8, 9. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, 19, 20, 8, 30, 41, cut in half to 21.
21. Okay, not bad even still. So this guy and his bullet don't seem happy, but they do seem like they are not bloodied with this at all. So
That's it.
Okay. Then it is Post's turn.
Okay, I'm just reading a rule real quick.
Sure. You have questions, I will gladly answer them however I can.
Nah, just it got it. Okay. So, how far away is the bullet and rider right now?
About 60 feet.
60 feet.
And there's a bunch of ball bearings in front of you.
Oh, you could leap over the ball bearings. It's only a 5-foot square.
Oh, I definitely will. So I take the flail off my back, and you see as Post stands there and watch what just happened in his first battle with this guy who had a whole bunch of tricks. It was pretty funny earlier. Just got knocked down, and you see that Ozzy did this gigantic lightning bolt and a lot of damage. I'm starting to get a little bit more comfort with the fact that, oh, he can cast magic. Great. I can actually see things that he's doing. I am going to take the flail off. I'm going to puff up. My eyes are going to go wide. And you start to see as ice starts to form along the parts of my fur.
Mm-hmm.
As I pull back and go, as I go into a rage.
There you go. All right.
I leap forward and I use my feline agility to move 100 feet.
Of course.
And in the process of running past, I kind of jump past him on the bullet and take the flail and try to smack him in the face.
All right, let's see your attack. You're attacking the rider.
I'm attacking the rider, and I am flying over and continuing my run.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll against the rider. He is wearing plate mail.
That's fine. That is a 20.
That hits.
Cool. Flail 1d8. That is going to be with rage damage 12.
Okay, 12 points of damage.
Also, was anyone within 10 feet of me when I started?
Igni and Ozzy, they were both there.
Okay, Igni and Ozzy, you both gain you gain 3 temporary hit points as my aura, my Tundra Storm aura goes off. So yeah, you guys have that as you feel a chill kind of go over your body, and you see that it feels like it's protecting you in some way.
Nice.
That is it for me as I launch over and I run to the other side of the room.
You do still have a second attack, technically.
Oh, I have extra attack, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so you could make that attack, and we can say on the swing, and then on a backswing, hit this thing.
I'm gonna hit
You
the
also
bullet.
count your rage damage and your damage.
I did.
Okay.
Okay, good.
So after I go over, I'm going to come down, swing around with the flail, and try to smack the bullet in the face before I run away.
Of course.
That is going to be a 26 to hit,
Oh, yeah. Plenty.
and that is going to be 10 damage.
10 damage. Got it. All right. And you are on the other side of the room, and they use their reaction to they're ready to attack, so they don't have any attacks of opportunity. And then it's going to go back to...
And they can't use opportunity attacks on me anyway. I took the mobile feat.
Nice.
And they can't do it anyway. Then it's the hobgoblin, the lone hobgoblin, who's sitting here in the room. And he's like, the fuck was that? This fucking cat runs by. So he'll drop his long sword and his shield, and he'll pull out a bow, and he will launch an arrow at Ozzy. Oop, that's a 2, so never mind. Boom! Misses. That is his turn. Then, it's gonna go to... oh, I'm sorry, I forgot that it's the burrow shark is in between there. It was just a ready to action from before. Yeah, he's gonna turn around. He's gonna come for you, Post.
Have at me, bro.
The guy's gonna he's gonna try to stab you with his spear. When he rolls a natural 1, but he has 3 attacks, so he's gonna try again.
Okay.
A natural 20 on the second one, and an 11. So
11 does not hit.
I'm sorry, it's 11 on the die. 17.
That does hit.
Okay, so we've got... It's only a spear. And he's only
So
wielding
I
it.
am resistant.
Yes, so we will reduce the damage for you here. 9 plus 4 is 13, so we'll cut that in half. And then another 11, so 24, we'll call it 12 damage total.
12 damage total. Cool. So it strikes me and my ice falls off for now. And I just take 9 regular hit points of damage.
Gotcha, cool. And then the bullet gets to act as well, as they are one and the same when it comes to initiative terms. He will attempt to bite you.
Okay.
He will roll a natural 1, so he will miss. Apparently blew his load on destroying Vanan in one shot. Igni, it is your turn. No one has moved into your hallway, so it is now your turn again.
So
You saw the cat. You saw Ozzy step beyond the door into that other room, and you saw Post take off like a bat out of hell into that room.
how far from me to the door?
From you to the door is probably 25 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, 25 feet. No, 20 feet. You could, you
Okay.
could get there 20 feet to see through the door.
Okay. I would like to get to the door. And I'm going to toss my boomerang.
All
The
right.
storm boomerang
Yeah.
right at the
The rider.
Yeah, right at the rider.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack. He is
I was
wearing.
gonna say I have not. I'll have to pull this one off my old sheet. I don't think I.
Oh, I have to put it in there. I hadn't get a chance to do that yet. I will though.
It's okay. I may just have to. I'll have to go off my hard copy.
And remember, you're not proficient in the roll. Because it's...
Correct.
So it's just the dex.
But there's just no way I can get in the room and still make an attack, is there?
Well, let's see. Let me see. They were 60 feet from the door. You're at the door. You've got 10 feet of movement left. And then, yeah, no, because you could move. And even if you bonus action dash, that'd get you another... You'd be 40 feet into the room, so you'd still be 20 feet away.
Uh-huh. And I don't get sneak attack on it, do I?
No, unfortunately, an unconscious Vanan does not count as an ally.
No,
actually,
but it's in combat with
Did you move, or you're still there? Post, or did you move past it?
Well, it was the bullet you're attacking, right?
It's the rider.
Oh, the rider. Because
you said you attacked them and you moved past.
Yeah, but they just attacked me.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, you're right. Then he is engaged. So I can
get it with a ranged weapon. Okay, so I can get the sneak attack.
Yeah, he's engaged with both, so either one. Okay,
I'm gonna toss the boomerang, and then I'm gonna turn around and toss my dagger as well, because I just will do both. So when I am proficient, when I am not. So
are you going to? Okay, so you're gonna move as far as you can, and then throw.
Basically, I'm gonna get to the doorway. Move as far into the room as I can and throw it.
Okay, the boomerang will be fine. The dagger will be at disadvantage because it's long range. This is more than 20 feet. Because it's 20-60, so you're at disadvantage.
Even if I move that extra, if I do the dash action?
If you do the dash action, you can only make one attack. This is a bonus action offhand.
Oh, you're right. Okay. All right. Yep. Then I guess I'll just have to take it at disadvantage.
Okay, that's fine. So first boomerang. Let's see how that does.
And I still don't know what that attack is. I think it's
it's your dex. So it's your dex. Your dex.
Just straight dex.
Yeah, straight dex. And then it's 1d4 bludgeoning, 3d4 thunder.
But what's the okay, 3d4. That's it. Okay. Probably not. So 17.
Oof, so close.
God. Okay, that's the boomerang.
All right. And then the dagger at disadvantage.
Dagger at disadvantage. No. Nope. Neither one hits.
The boomerang does come back.
No.
I thought it came back if you didn't hit.
If I didn't hit, you're right.
Yeah, so the boomerang comes back.
Okay.
For all good that did. And the dagger's on the floor.
That's fine. It's just, I threw the regular dagger, not my +1, so.
Makes sense. Vanan, you can make me a death saving throw, friend.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
Hope for that 20.
Hold on. Oh, boy. Can you guess what it was? Wasn't a 20. It was definitely a 1.
That's 2 failed death saves, friendo.
Okay.
All right, Ozzy. Vanan does not look in very good shape. He's bleeding profusely from that giant maw wound in his side.
How close am I to Vanan?
You moved into the room, and you had to move in. So he's 30 feet away, we'll say. I'll be 30 nice. Feet? We'll call it 30.
All right. I'm going to run up to him and dump a potion down his throat.
Okay, you do that. That is your action to do so.
Yep.
And then go ahead and roll the healing.
That's 2d4 plus 2, right?
Yep.
D4.
Did Ozzy just save me?
Yes, he did.
8 health.
8 health back.
8 health back.
8 health back, and I will... Hold on. Yeah, I'll just stay there. Okay.
Yeah, you just still have your bonus action if you wanted to use it, but I don't know what you want to use.
Anything that's effective right now, so I'll just hold it.
Fair enough. Then after Ozzy is Post.
You're muted.
So the bullet and rider are right next to me, yeah?
Yeah, they're right up in your face.
Okay. How are they both looking currently?
The They're both looking fine.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is use an attack on both of them. Yet again, one
Okay.
each. The first one, I'm going to do this reckless.
Okay. Fair
So
enough.
against the rider,
Yep.
I'm going to do it's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Yep. And then against the bullet, it is a natural 20.
Well, that is a beautiful thing.
Oh, damn.
And I believe
wow.
Do you have brutal critical yet, or is that 9?
I do not have brutal critical yet.
Level 9.
Yep. Next. All right.
All right.
So against the rider,
Mhm.
it is going to be 8 damage.
8 damage. All right.
And then, do you do double dice roll, or do you do roll dice?
We usually
twice?
do double dice just because people like rolling more dice.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll do that again. 2 then 6, 4,
Everybody's got all these dice. You might as well roll them.
10, 14. So that's 16 damage against the bullet.
Okay. Both with these 2 hits, both of these creatures are bloodied now.
Fantastic. And with those 2 hits, I'm going to launch off the and hit my elbow. Launch off head of the bullet and run over to where Vanan and everybody else is.
Okay.
And I'm going to turn around and use my bonus action to reinitiate the aura. So I just kind of pull my arms down, and you see a bunch of cold air go off me and start to cover everybody as you go back up to 3 temporary hit points.
All right. Everybody's got 3. Again, mechanic-wise, they don't stack, but they reset. So if you took damage, you're back at 3. If you had 3, you still have 3.
Yep.
All right. Then it is the burrow shark's turn. So he's going to spur his bullet forward, and he is going to have it attempt to bite Post, because he's the one dealing them, well, not the most damage. Actually, should have it attack Ozzy, but Post is the current threat. So bullet.
You have advantage on your attacks.
Oh, that's a bad thing for you. Let's see
Yep.
how we do. Okay, it was very close, but it is only a 22.
That hits.
Okay, so that's just 4d12. Let's, man. 6, 14, 24, 32, 36 points of piercing damage in half because you're raging.
18.
Yep. And then the burrow shark, he seems like he is full of bloodlust. He's going to stab at Vanan on the ground with advantage because Vanan is prone.
It's true.
And he's going to get a 22 to hit you, Vanan.
He will hit me with a 22. Just barely above my AC.
And he is going to deal you 12 points of piercing damage.
I am out again.
Damn it.
I'm like, oh.
It's okay, I'm coming. I just haven't made it in the room yet. I thought the idea was to draw them out of the room, not run into it.
And then there is still the one hobgoblin who's just like, I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Yeah, right.
But he's going to loose an arrow at Ozzy, I guess, because he looks like the easiest target. Well, he might hit. Let's see. What's that gobbo got here? Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin. Come on, D&D Beyond. Work faster. I have a monster manual next to me. I'm just lazy. Or D&D Beyond will shut down. Ozzy, what's your armor class?
15.
15. All right, that's 13 on the die roll. That is a 16.
I'll cast shield.
Okay, that's what I had figured. And then he will miss. And then it will go back to the top of the round. Igni, it is your turn.
Great. I would like to make a running attack at this stupid thing.
Which,
This thing.
the bullet or the rider?
Whichever I will get sneak attack on.
Either one.
Oh, great. Even better. Then
Which-
I'm going to make a running jump attack at the rider.
Okay. Let us see how you do.
Double. I break my fan out this time because I guess I'm technically down on.
You're down a dagger, yeah.
I'm down a dagger. All right, 2 attacks. Ooh, one of them at a getting used to this D&D Beyond thing. There we go. One of them at a 18, the other one at a 21.
All right. Yeah, they both hit. So roll your
Yes.
sneak attack for the first one.
Okay, so the first one is with the dagger of +1, so 4. So 9, 12, 16 sneak attack.
I will just check. You are rolling 4d6 for your sneak attack, correct?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
How much did you say? I'm sorry, I lost track.
16.
16? All right. Yeah, he does not look like he's doing so hot.
Great, because I'm not done yet.
Okay.
I am not done. Let's give him his actual D4.
Did you add your dexterity to that damage, by the way?
Dex goes to the D4, right?
It goes
Or
to,
is it-
that goes to that first one, the first attack.
Your first attack.
Right, yeah, but that was just the sneak attack on the first attack. I haven't actually rolled the
Oh,
damage for the
I
first
see.
attack yet.
Okay.
Oh.
So that would be another 7 points of actual
Gotcha.
damage
All right then.
along with that. So totally
23.
23. Got it.
For the first one.
Yep.
And the second one you said hit as well. That is the fan blade. That one doesn't get a +1,
No, it's just a D4.
but it still does 7 points.
Just
Okay.
it's just the D4 because there's no mod for the offhand.
Oh, that's right. So then just 2.
Okay. Well, either way, he's still up, but he is he's looked better.
Hang on. I have something about grapple, but I guess. Oh no, that's only if we're on the ground. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Then after Igni is Vanan. Death saving throw, please.
I got it.
That's not a one face, is it?
It is a one thing.
Oh my god.
2 natural ones in a row on death saves.
Well,
Raise
I've
your
never
death
done
saving
that.
This
over
game
again.
wants you to die.
I've never done that before.
And you were put out with a
Never
natural
happened.
20.
Hmm?
You were put out initially with a natural 20.
it's just karma, I guess. But either way, so you have two
What's happening?
failed death saving throws for Vanan. Ozzy, your turn.
Well,
Vanan got up and he looked so healthy.
There goes me doing any damage, pouring another potion in his throat.
You can tell Morgan about this later, about you charlatan this fight.
I have 7 health back,
All right, Vanan.
and I have no more potions of healing.
All right, Vanan, you are back up. Well, you're conscious.
There are more in my pockets.
Post, it's your turn.
I don't even see that going on. I'm just staring this writer in the face as I'm going to reckless again
All right.
and smack up towards the writer and then bring it down and bring it towards the bullet's head.
All right, let's see it.
So against the writer, not good. That's going to be 11.
Oof, no.
Yeah, and then against a bullet, natural 20.
Well, hey.
Hey.
Hey, somebody's rolling 20s.
I was about to say, yeah, do
Oh,
that crit
God.
damage.
This is gonna be intense.
14 damage against the bullet.
14 damage. All right.
Then I'm going to use my bonus action to emanate more cold.
Yep.
And so, Vanan, you get temp hit points, but you don't. Oh, wait, you're alive now.
Yeah, he's got them.
I'm alive.
Hey.
So
What
he's
it
got.
said before, the rule was if temp hit points gets you back up, but it doesn't.
No, so
Those temp hit points almost saved me last time, so keep giving them.
had I not rolled max damage, they would have.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone's who's around me, I think it's everybody gets 3.
All right. Burrow Shark's turn. Going for post with advantage. Or sorry, the bullet is with a 2 and a 4. So miss. And then the Burrow Shark. Stab Vanan with advantage because he
Wait,
hasn't gotten up
seriously?
from. Yeah, man. It specifically states that he is exceptionally brutal.
Okay.
Like that's the what the book says.
Stab
So
me. Stab me already.
that is a nat 1. The advantage is
Advantage.
a 12 plus 6 is 18.
18.
Does that hit?
No, it shouldn't.
Yes.
It doesn't. He
No.
misses. He stabs with this tiny bit of life you've gained back from Ozzy saving you twice. You're able to just kind of like,
I just hold my shield up. Just like.
and he, bing, misses. And then the hobgoblin's gonna shoot Ozzy. with a maybe with a 19.
Yeah, that'll hit. I'm not going to use another shield.
That's fine. He's only going to deal 7 points of damage to you.
Okay. I take 4 of it.
No, PD in the chat. No, not 18 from a nat 1. It was a natural 1, but he had advantage, so you roll twice and take the higher.
Yeah.
No, if he got an 18 off in that one, we all should go home.
Yeah, that's game over. We're
just
done.
go home.
Input.
Yeah, no. So I rolled, and then I rolled higher than an 18. You take the advantage, and it would have triggered an automatic failed death save had he hit, but he missed because of Vanan's AC is a 19.
Yep.
Right.
Well, Vanan's back up anyway.
Yes, he is. Yeah. So now it is Igni's turn.
Okay, I would like to finish him now, please and thank you.
Well, you can certainly try. Now with the
Double.
rolls, this has been happening this game.
Same thing. Nat 1 and a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit. So
Praise.
it will not get the modifier, but it will get the sneak attack.
Okay, well that's good. So there's that. And 3 and God, I'm just rolling bad. 13.
He's still up. He looks real bad, but he's still up. Vanan, it's your turn. Do you get up from prone?
Am I awake?
You are. You have 7 hit points and 3 temporary hit points.
What's in front of me right now?
A bullet and its rider.
A bullet and its rider.
And a hobgoblin off to the
You
side.
hear Igni say, "Get out, Vanan, run." I'm not saving you if you go down again.
Igni just stabs him. Nope.
No, it's done. This is done.
This is what you guys. You should just let me do this the whole time. I'm gonna touch myself. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Fair.
Good.
So it's a 3d8 plus 3. So 8 plus another 8, 16, so 19 points.
You did 3d8, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Hey, that's good. You still have your bonus action. I don't know what you can do because you have 3 classes. But so I don't know what's options for you right now.
I can cast spells as my bonus action. There's nothing for me to do.
Gotcha. Okay. That happens. Then it is Ozzy's turn.
I'm going to take out my Wand of Magic Missiles, expend 3 charges, and cast it at level 3.
Okay.
Yes.
Starting with the guy.
I'm going to aim 3 of them at the rider and the other 2 at the bullet.
All right. So roll the first damage and we'll see, because you can redirect them individually.
Oh, okay.
If you need to.
So the first one, that's 4 damage.
All right. Takes the rider out.
Cool. Then the rest of them will go into.
Yeah, there you go.
Praise be.
Do I have another D4 somewhere around here?
And he falls off and hits the ground.
Yeah, I have one.
I stab his dead body.
4, 8, 11, 16 damage.
16 damage. All right. Bullet is still alive. It seems a little confused, though, as though the rider was the one doing the controlling.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a threat. It's still a wild creature. Post.
So how hurt does the bullet look, though?
It is definitely bloodied, so and it looks pretty. It's pretty rough. So
And
under
the
half health
is full health, right?
Yeah, but from what you saw when Vanan did do something in the combat, they weren't too difficult to hurt.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to do something fun and cool, but this bullet needs to get taken down. So
well, maybe you'll roll a natural 20 and do it in one turn.
Yeah, well, 3 of them. That's like a 1 in 8,000 chance. So, joy.
I mean, I've done it.
I know you have. So I'm gonna take the flail.
Well, we're not all you, Ted.
I'm going to stare the bullet in his face, bare my teeth. I'm going to.
But you're a cat.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so I take the fishing pole kind of handle and I rotate it very fast and pull it down as the weight on the end comes smashing into the bullet. Reckless, obviously. Yes.
Of course.
That's a 22.
That hits.
That is-
You don't use a shield, do you, or do you?
No.
Okay, this is on my bad. A rule of my games is if you wield a weapon two-handed, or a versatile weapon two-handed, or a two-handed weapon, I let them deal 1.5 times your strength modifier as the modifier number because it makes strength a little more powerful.
Oh,
That's really cool, Ted. I never knew.
thanks, man.
That way, strength sucks as a stat compared to dex, so it's something to make it a little better.
Seriously, no, it needs a buff.
For sure.
So it's gonna be 1d8 plus 6 instead.
Or 1d10, right, for a flail? Or no, flail's still 1d8.
1d8, yeah.
So 1d8 plus 6. Yeah, yep.
Okay, so if I just use this normally, it'll be a plus 4.
Wait,
but
your
if I
strength
do,
is a +4?
Yeah.
So it's 1d8 plus 6 plus your rage bonus in damage.
yeah.
Yep.
So if I use the flail normally, just as a one-handed, it will be the plus 4. But
If it's two-handed, yeah. Yep.
Okay, awesome. So I rolled a 5 plus 4, 9 plus rage. That's 11 damage. 13 damage.
It is still up.
Awesome. I'm going to, after it comes down on it, see it's still alive, I'm just going to bash it again.
Okay. Let's see it.
A natural 1 and an 11.
To hit?
Yep.
Ooh. Thunk. It's the ground right next to it.
So what I'm going to do is use my bonus action to initiate everybody's temporary hit points.
Oh, good.
And then I'm going to stare at the hobgoblin that's across the room.
Yeah.
And I'm going to... How far away is it?
Maybe 20 feet.
Okay. I'm going to run straight up at it and get in his face.
Okay. It's like...
Yep. He has a bow out currently, right?
Yes, he does. His sword and his shield are on the floor.
Cool. What I'm actually going to do is pop around him, and now I am behind him.
Gotcha. Cool. It is the bullet's turn, and it sees its favorite meal right in its face. It is going to make an attack roll against Vanan.
Ah, that's fine. I've got hit points now.
Don't tempt me, Davis. Here we go.
You are tempting fate. Do not do so.
Is it
Is
20?
that a natural 20?
This game wants you to die.
Hang on. I'm not going to move it. Ready? Check this out.
Enough, Ted.
Which camera is it? This one?
10d12?
Nope, that's not the right camera. We'll find it.
I think it was 8d12. But
8d12.
Just roll 8 ones.
Yeah.
It's possible. Oh,
It
here
is
we go.
possible.
It's not plugged in. That's why. Here. Ready? We'll do this.
All this wait time to see how Vanan dies.
It won't do enough to kill him.
It could.
Could.
I guess it. I mean, you're right. I guess it could.
I'm not at a lot of HP. Doesn't have to go negative that far.
What's your total, Davis?
It's only 58.
Okay.
You have 1 more fucking health than the wizard?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
You definitely have not done your hit points right.
I don't think you've leveled
There
up.
it is, internet. Right there.
I am.
We're gonna
My
take.
hit
Are
points-
you showing things?
I am showing the dice cam.
Don't use my square to show what's
No,
going on.
I'm moving it to the corner. I'm moving it off
It's
to
like-
the side.
Yeah,
I'm holding it in my hand here, so there we go.
It's 7 per level of ranger, and then 6 per level of druid or.
It should. Oh well, here, ready? Here we go. Internet. 2. All right, Bucky, you keeping count for me?
Oh, yeah. 2.
2. 6 is 8. And 2 is 10. And 3 is 13. And 7 is 20. And 12 is 32. And 8 is 40.
Last one.
And 11 is 51. Plus 4
I'm out.
is 55? 45? 55. Okay. So there we go. 55 points of damage to Vanan.
I am unconscious once again.
Then it's the hobgoblin's turn.
Oh my god.
The hobgoblin is
Right
gonna.
up, I'm in his face. Well,
You're right. You're right. He's going to try and shoot you with disadvantage. So he's gonna miss. All right.
The bullet only gets one attack.
The blood only gets one attack.
Awesome.
wait, who is the hobgoblin attacking?
Attacking you post, but he missed. with
He
disadvantage.
actually has a standard attack because I went reckless.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so then it was whatever that was before, which was a 21.
That hits.
So he's gonna deal 6 points of damage to you,
Okay. Which
reduced
is
to
halved.
3.
Yep.
Okay.
So that just knocks off my temp hit points.
Yes, Igni, it is your turn.
Praise be. Okay, the critter is still standing.
Very
Oh, wait
barely.
a minute, I kept forgetting about my bee.
You you did forget about the
That
fucking bee you
don't
made.
exist.
My bee.
He's gonna just have to hold his horses. Okay, I guess I'll make another 2 attacks on first attack with my dagger, second attack with the fan
Does a
blade.
lot of damage too.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage.
A 27
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
and an 18.
Okay, I don't think you're gonna need it because the chat can see how many hit points this guy's got left.
Okay, well, give me just a second. Yeah, okay. 10, 12, 18 for the first hit.
All right, how do you want to kill this thing?
Does it have a dick?
Yep.
I stab it.
They have.
I'm just like.
You slide underneath this thing as it's like 4 legs or 6 legs, and you find that like at first you're ready to stab, and you're like, wait a minute, that middle set of legs isn't where the dick is. It's the back set of legs, and you stab it right in its bullet dick, and
Great.
it is dead.
And then I run over to Vanan and feed him a health potion.
You do
That I
that.
have.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your healing for that.
What is it? 2d4?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. All right, Vanan.
I just rolled another death save for fun.
Yeah, was it a natural one?
It was a
again?
1.
It was a natural one again.
Jeez.
Jesus,
Throw-
dude.
Burn that die.
Yeah, never roll with that again.
Okay, I'm gonna put it away.
What? That 2d4 plus 2, you said?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, so 7 points back. And when he comes alive, I slap him.
Roll.
I
I'm just kidding.
Hold you to
Knock him back out. No. All right.
How much did I heal?
7.
7. Okay.
All right. Vanan, it's your turn. There's a hobgoblin.
There's a hobgoblin.
Yes.
I'm like awake. Like what? What is happening? Do I see the hobgoblin on the far side?
You do.
I'm towering right over it.
Let him have the hobgoblin.
I'm just gonna stand up and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna throw the spear. I got this.
Oh
I'm gonna
my
throw
god.
the spear. I'm gonna reach back. I'm gonna aim. I'm gonna throw my spear.
Okay, you do.
This is 19.
That hits.
Holy god.
If this kills him, Ted, can I help him with something?
Sure.
Thanks.
Yes. That's 8 and 5, 13 and 11, 24.
That will do it. What would you like to do, Mr.
I would like
Post?
to grin, see what he's doing, drop my flail, pick him up by the armor, and like pose him up as the spear would come along and impale him.
Okay, you do.
I'm like looking for him, and I'm still hazy because I've been passing out a lot.
Yeah,
and
adjust
I just see his head just like pop up over the shoulder of the captain. I'm like, oh, thanks.
No, it's a normal die. It doesn't roll crits every time. I want everybody to see this. I'm rolling several times.
Ted,
right
what
now.
was that though?
I don't know, man. That was a
You made 2 attacks on me. Both were crits,
yes.
and both killed me. Like what? Also, I just went off fixed HP, so that's my fixed HP with my con bonus.
We'll have to just check to make sure that it's right. Just to be sure. What's your con mod?
It's only 1.
Oh, that might be why. What's your count mod, Ozzy?
So it's 4.
2.
We'll see. So it should be 6. Yeah, 7 plus the first level.
Yeah.
Whatever. We'll figure it out.
Nah,
Anyway.
It's D&D Beyond did it, so.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. So I think that's a good point to stop, having just cleared the first room of this dungeon. Thank you, Internet, for watching. We're going to go around the horn here and get a little bit from everybody, learn who they are and what they represent. Josh, I didn't have time to make a command for you, but you're up first. Tell everybody who you are and where they can find you on the internets.
Hey, I'm Josh Perot. I am the current DM for the Taking Initiative podcast.
Hold on. The internet brought up about the trinkets, so I almost forgot. It's coming at the end of this fight. So post this fight. I hate myself. You find an egg here. A slightly metallic looking egg that's about the size of your fist. That's heavier than it looks.
Okay.
Whatever that means, you find it. An Igni. Oh wow, I can't say no to this one. I was gonna look to see if there's something. If Igni, you find a quill pen, right?
Oh.
With a button on it.
Oh.
And when you click that button, it shoots out something. It shoots out an intense line of light that is used to make a red dot on the wall.
So I could play with my kitty friend?
You have a laser pointer.
Yeah, what are the reactions?
Good God.
Does Copernicus then immediately head for the dot? And what does our big friend do?
You'll just have to find out.
We'll find out next time in 2 weeks from now.
On Dragon
Who
Ball.
got the mentality?
You did, Post.
Oh, ooh, sweet. I don't know this mechanic here, so
it's a trinket. Trinkets are things that fans can donate. They're Flint Bucks, which is their stream currency that they earn, and they can donate pretty much to give a few things. They can donate to give you guys rerolls of natural ones, which man, that would have been useful. Or trinkets, or eventually heroes feasts, or they can turn them into charges for at a rate of 10,000 to 1 charge. To help keep, they can use it to play chat games and other stuff. But anyway, Josh, who are you?
I am Josh Perot. I'm the current DM for Taking Initiative, which is the same place that John hails from, or Bucky. I don't know if people call you John.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So you can find me on there. On Twitter, you can find me at Zyroxis the Beard. That's at XIROXIS the Beard. Besides that, I think that's really it. So. Oh, you can find Taking Initiative at TI_pod.
Cool. All right, Chelsea, what about you?
I am Chelsea, also known as Little Red Dot. I play Igni, and I play characters all over the internet on all beautiful, wonderful networks where we roll dice and play tabletop RPGs, including my own. I'm here on Mondays. You can catch me Wednesdays on my channel right now as I am playing through Witch Girl Adventures, an indie tabletop RPG, which I'm having a blast with. Or excuse me, right now I'm playing Capers on Wednesdays. Fridays is Witch Girl Adventures, both those on my channel. You can catch me Saturdays on Roll For It and Thursdays on Unmade Gaming. And I have a whole slew of new coming in the new year. Oh, you're good.
Yes, that's fine.
You got a whole ton of stuff coming in the new year. So if you like tabletop RPGs and you like to watch them, I play in a lot of them. So follow me and you can find out where and how I do that.
You just debuted the Witch Girls. That was just this past Friday, correct?
Correct. Yeah, we just debuted the premiere episode and it was just awesome. I didn't have all the witches there. All 6 of my witches weren't there. They will be this week though.
Right, and I believe Renee is actually.
Renee is part of it. Yeah, I got a ton of ladies. Just really great group. Opera Geek is going to be stepping in as a guest player in a couple weeks. Well, she's playing like our mean girl character. Yeah, so it should be fun. You can drop by and have all your shenanigans. And if you prefer, gangsters over girls, I have gangsters on Wednesday nights right now. So
yes, playing in Capers, which is an awesome game that you should check out as well.
Yes, it is. Yep. And you can find all that out by simply following me on Twitter. And if you don't Twitter, just drop by my page and you can find my Discord and you can chat with me there.
There you go. Lucky, what about you?
I am Bucky /John / many other names. You can find me on Twitter at Bucky_Masters. I normally play Vendalar Greymire on Taking Initiative, and I'm the soon-to-be DM of Taking Initiative. Yeah, you can find Taking Initiative at TI Pod, where Josh said before. And yeah, that's it.
Also, just to answer a question that came up, I will be here for the foreseeable future. So,
Correct. Yes.
Also, Idle Champions.
Yes, Idle Champions as well. If you want a gold chess code, that's free. You can check it out on the Taking Initiative podcast feed. Just look for the Idle Champions episode for that code. Get some free stuff.
There you go. And Vanan Davis, how you doing, bud? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
At 0 hit points.
I'm thinking about my life.
Yeah. Anyway, what about you?
I'm Davis. I'm from Dank Dungeons. And we do cool stuff. And we're doing our 3rd season soon. Rather, it's already been filmed and it's been in editing for quite a while. And it will soon be available to the masses. And you can find us on Dank Dungeons TV on YouTube. That's Dank Dungeons TV. You can also find us on Twitter at Dank Dungeons TV. And also on Facebook. And you guessed it, it's Dank Dungeons TV. That's us.
All right. I'm Ted. This is Nerd Immersion. You can tune in tomorrow night for more of my homebrew campaign in the room right over there behind me with my friends from home. You can see me over on the Mighty Dungeon channel on Wednesday. Ideally, we didn't play last week because one of our players on the previous week, his wife's water broke on the stream. So he needed to leave. And, the baby is less than a week old, so he wasn't going to play last week. So we'll figure out what's going to happen going forward. Be on the lookout again for lots of PAX Unplugged coverage and videos coming from that. You'll see Josh in a handful of those as well, starting probably a little bit later tonight, as well as some continued coverage of Dungeon of the Mad Mage. There's a couple things left. I want to talk about that. As well as I'm going to review both map packs for Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica and Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I get what the map packs are for Dungeon of the Mad Mage. There's 23 levels of dungeons, and it's a lot to draw. But why did Ravnica get maps? Unless it's just of the different guild halls and stuff. But, why has that not been a thing for literally everything else that's been released? Why? I mean, we got a map of Waterdeep in Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
Cartographers are expensive. I don't have that magic money.
Yeah, I guess not. Wizards doesn't have the magic money. That makes sense. It's all coming together now. I also will be doing some reviews of the all the minis that will be released on the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica set. Those are in the mail on the way to me, so be on the lookout for stuff like that. I'll put in a list or the link again to the giveaway if you guys missed it. A lot of you came here for the giveaway. That giveaway is still going on for 2 weeks, so you can go ahead and check that out. And I will immediately rebroadcast this episode on the Twitch channel right after we end. So if you caught the end and you want to see the beginning, that will be there for you to do. And then I will real quick flip over here and I will hit the right buttons on my freaking Stream Deck to play credits, because guys, we had a bunch of people follow and subscribe tonight. Just thank you to PD for donations and the new followers and the new subscriptions and resubs. There's a bunch of you guys who came out. Look at all those beautiful names on there. That's a wonderful thing. But anyway, guys, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. That will be on the 17th of December. We'll see you then. Good night and
Bye.
Bye.